Else will play.
I've started recording. Let's do this thing.
Generic fantasy ambience. Fuck.
Yes, we will begin. The group that has headed to the city to recover the reversing mirror have just returned home. There was a big fucking mech that was curb stomping two adult black dragons into the ground, and doing so efficiently that none of the village had even been damaged. For the first time in history, you guys left and came back, and the village was no worse than when you left it.
Is anyone else concerned about where all of these black dragons are coming from? Because this is like the fifth one.
It's adult dragons number 2 and 3, as far as you're aware.
It's the fifth black dragon, though.
It's more than the fifth. If you're including the wormlings, it's like the 200th. If you include the wormlings, bear in mind that you and Dirge fought off like waves of black dragons when other people were in hell.
Sorry, I forgot about the wormling. My bad. That makes it
worse. If you don't include the wormlings, yeah, it's like the 6th or 7th.
Back to the description. Sorry, my bad. Back to the description. My bad.
But anyway,
you think 2 is a lot?
The question is, what is your plan? Because you have the mirror, and I know you plan on using it on the hag. Are you going to do that immediately without any hesitation? Are you going to get a night's sleep first? What are you doing?
I think the first thing we need to do is have a conversation with the hag. Like, again, as much as the whole way she's evil, let's kill her. If she has enough in her to want to have something else, then there's an amount of humanity there that Gabriel would want to respect at the very least. No matter what anyone else has to say about that? Philosophical dialogue?
I think Gertrude would not want to go against the hag. So, regardless of what choice anyone would make, she'd still probably side with the hag. Not out of dislike of anyone else, but she made the deal. She's keeping the deal.
I'm saying, like, I want to have a because if we just do it, then yeah, the hag's going to resist. But if we talk to her, there's a chance the hag might, want to start fixing herself. Go back to as things used to be.
This is where we need a Roland to give us advice about his grandma.
Maybe we should hold off and have a long rest for 23 minutes until Roland gets here.
I'm going to go home and check on my weed stocks. I will see you in the morning.
Big ups, Roland.
Yes,
Love you.
Yes. And he will walk away to go get high, I guess.
Yeah. Whilst we are waiting for Roland to go get in the right headspace, Gertrude, I actually wanted to talk to you separately for a little bit, if that's okay.
Oh. Yes, of course.
Kind of motioning away from the group a little bit. I wanted to, Gabriel was going to sigh a little bit, kind of brush his hair back, kind of unsure of what to say. I wanted to say sorry for my conduct in the city. I don't know what happened, but it was unbefitting of someone of my oath, and it nearly cost us those negotiations. I won't make a mistake like that again. And thank you for covering me once I left.
Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, I tried to do what you would do in a situation. So I was like trying to be friendly while actually not meaning it because I'm not exactly you. But I tried.
I think we have more in common than I would like to admit, Gertrude. Oh, well. But no, I'm about that deal that you made with the priest. I know at the time I was making a fuss about how we've already sworn our allegiances to the Archmage and all of that, but whatever helps people. If I have to go back on my word, I'll go back on it. Nothing matters apart from ensuring that people aren't hurt. You've proven yourself to have phenomenal judgment. I am happy to be by your side.
Well, I wouldn't go so far to say that about my judgment, but the feeling is mutual.
Well, I mean, at the very least, you clearly know a good orange when you see one. These are delicious.
You are most welcome. Would you like to sample some of the apples that I have been growing for our friend?
I'm gonna, I was gonna be turning away, and then as you said that, I'm gonna look back at you with the blue steel and go, Why, yes. Why, yes, I would. But no, going back to the others, right. So, I'll be having this conversation with the hag or not?
I think we should put it off for tomorrow. It gives
Hmm.
us a chance to at least go to sleep and think about it.
And what do we do with the mirror in the meantime?
Who can hold on to it?
I mean, I physically can, but I kind of looking at it, pulling at my collar a little bit. I'd really rather not. It makes me uneasy.
I suppose I will then.
Okay.
Just to be clear, you got one of you guys doesn't have to hold on it. You can give it to an NPC if you prefer.
We are not
Oh,
giving it to an
fuck no.
NPC.
Fuck
No.
Really? You want to
No,
give it
no,
to, like,
no,
I don't
no,
know,
no.
maybe spitballing it, Tink?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I don't know what. I have no idea what it would do to Tink, but I know it's not going to be good.
The hilarious thing is probably nothing. Like, she is probably as close to true neutral as you can get.
It makes her genuinely pleasant. Suddenly, she just really likes Gabriel for no reason.
Mm.
Truly a horrifying thought.
and doesn't like Dirge that much.
No, no, we're not giving her the mirror. No way. Well, yeah, well, probably best that we put it off for tomorrow. We have a lot to sleep on. Also, who is that strange man? I'm going to point towards Rip.
Rip, what are you doing at this exact moment?
I'm just like standing in a corner, like hand on my head. Bless me. Hand on my head.
Sneezing.
My eyes are rolling around the wild. I look like I haven't shaved or bathed or slept in I don't know how long. My clothes are still somehow pristine, but that's like a very thin sheen of paint on a cracked, old, fallen apart brick wall. Like you can tell that I'm not quite right. I'm muttering silent to myself. Just dragon.
Oh, wait, how tall is
Only
Rip?
fucking dragons. I'm hunched over, but I am. I'll say is what? How tall was I? Was I tall before? I think.
I believe you were
Yeah, I think
6'2".
I'm. Yeah, 6'2".
So you're a good couple of inches taller than me. Lovely.
Yeah.
I am going. You are going to see this 5'11", 6 foot tall, incredibly muscular, sharp jawline, brilliant blue eyes, long flowing blonde hair.
Tight ass.
Sorry, stride over.
Basically, just you.
Honestly, if you look at his character sheet, like the actual image, it is just Blake, but with like I don't know, smoother features.
With a filter. Again, the idea was I was going to make myself, but more attractive.
He failed. He
So,
just made
yeah.
himself, but with smoother skin.
You guys are too kind. I'm going to stride over towards Rip and say, "Ho, a newcomer to our village. It's lovely to
I immediately
meet
start flinching and say, "Fuck! Who the fuck are you?"
you." Whoa.
He
Hey,
is
it's
the
okay.
newcomer.
No, take a
Calm
step back.
down.
My personal space, okay?
Wait, I'm the
Take
newcomer?
a step back.
Sorry, I'm gonna turn to go. I'm the newcomer? I've been here for weeks and I've never seen this man before in my life.
Actually, I think out of everyone, it might be Benji who is the newcomer.
Hello.
Yeah, but Benji's cool. This guy seems. I'm gonna look over and he's like twitching in the corner. He seems uneasy.
Dragons.
Monsieur Rip, are you okay?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I say? Try and smooth my hair back a bit, like, but get my fingers caught in my branch horns because I forget they're there. And I'm like, I'm fantastic. You know, keeping busy, so busy, so much work, so much to do.
Right. So, Rip, it's nice to meet you. I'm gonna like not get on one knee, but like kind of because he's hunched over, lower myself to be on the same eye level. My name is Gabriel Whiteshield. I'm here to help.
Are you real? Is that your real name? I say, my eyes are narrowed, staring at you. I'm biting one nail.
Once again, I'm hitting the blue steel. Yes, it is.
You're not secretly dragon, are you?
No, I am not secretly attracted.
Big 15 dragon.
Clearly. You might be unwell at the minute, so why don't you come with me and we'll lay you down and we'll make sure that you're taken care of.
Do you try to like reach out to me when as you say that?
I'm gonna like try and put like a caring hand on your shoulder.
I immediately
very
slap
slowly.
that fuck away, and I
Why?
say, wait, do we have Dirge with us?
No, Dirge is not here. Dirge is currently elsewhere.
Who do we have? Sorry.
You have Gertrude. You have, and you also have Chris, whose name I forget. Benji, that was it. Two people I don't think. I know you've met Gertrude, right? I'm sure.
No,
you
you met Benji.
Oh, you
Who the
both.
hell-
Yeah, you met both of those guys.
Benji's
Yeah,
the
so
one
I
who
said
carried
Gertrude.
your unconscious carcass across the
Yeah.
last time you were playing.
Yeah, because you guys went to hell together. These two people you went to hell with.
Gert, he's not a dragon, is he? He's been way too friendly. Do you trust him?
I don't think it's a
Which
dragon.
one?
Yeah.
I think he's talking about me.
Oh, and I will just poke at Gabriel just a little bit. No, I do not think that he's a dragon. He's definitely not a plant.
I got my eye on you. You just stay, and I'll have both arms. I have both hands in L shape for some reason. I'm just like pointing one in front of the other, and moving the other back. So you just keep your distance.
He's doing kung fu moves.
He is. At that moment, Mira Ironfoot, your like 25-year-old dwarf, so 15 in human years, employee, runs up to you, Rip, and says, "Oh, boss, the dragon blend coffee has arrived just as you ordered."
We're gonna throw that shit away, okay? No, fuck that shit.
But
no,
you spent so much gold on it.
I don't dump it in the river, all of it, right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
She
so
salutes
you
and
get
she runs
coffee.
away.
Only Civic Cat coffee from now on.
Gertrude, Benji, can I talk to you for a second?
Okay.
Sorry, is this schizophrenic man employing child labor?
Everyone tends to do their own thing in town. I grow my plants, Roland grows his illicit substances.
Well, yeah, but those are cool. Child labor is not.
I mean, maybe he makes it cool.
You know what? Again,
She's a
flexibility.
grown dwarf. She's young, but she's not like a child.
I mean, Rip has been arrested by the FBI at least twice in canon.
all on
Paladin
false
Oath,
pretenses, nothing was proven.
Nothing ever stuck,
Thanks.
at any rate.
Paladin Oath, flexibility and freedom. You know, she's not actively being hurt. It's okay. So Rip, you're sure you're okay, buddy?
I'm perfectly fine. Why are you asking? Why else so many questions? Huh?
Because
Are you part of the anti-coffee pro-dragon agenda? Huh?
What's? I'm sorry. I think I'm out of the loop here. What's coffee?
Yeah. Well, you dragon supporters have never had coffee before. I got my eye on you. I got your number.
Gertrude, I'm genuinely concerned for the mental health of this man.
He's fine, kind of.
Gertrude, you know Rip. This is not like Rip. Rip is very much not fine.
Gertrude saying it's fine, but looking mildly horrified, just kind of watching him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, as
terribly
before.
long. If you give me a moment, I'm
Yeah,
just
you
going to
are-
kind of push Gabriel kind of away.
I'm off to the side.
Excuse me, Monsieur Rip?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I think why would you think anything's going on? It's not like I haven't slept in I don't know how many. What day is it? What month is it?
I will tell him all of that relevant information.
It's Tuesday the 3rd, 1965.
I've been living off pepper weeds just to stay awake.
Why? What is wrong with sleeping?
No time to sleep. So many more dragons to kill.
Why do we need to kill dragons?
I don't want to kill dragons, but circumstances have forced my hand.
Rip, you know that Gertrude is one of the people you can be completely honest with because she is in a very similar situation to you.
And by circumstances, I mean that bitch over there. I point towards
The hut.
the hands.
You point to Solace, who is on my shoulder as we speak.
What happened?
Nick, check your chat, by the way.
Hang on. I mean, I've told you about the thing. If there's something else I've missed.
No, I just put something in chat. I want to know what your opinion was on it. And I explained to you essentially I've been, due to me not reading my contract, due to bad choices on my part, I've essentially been forced down this path.
If you
This path of bloodshed and danger.
I mean, if you sent me something, I haven't got it, buddy. But basically, you know, you've just been you've been doing this because you've been told to.
This in general chat, then.
General, I don't see it.
Oh, I sent a direct message to you as well, saying, but
Don't see it. Try again.
okay. Oh, okay. I see. No, I see your response to it. Sorry, never mind. I didn't see that.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, good.
No. It's always good. I did send it. Yeah. Carry on.
I get Gertrude. I am a paladin of restoration. I could try and restore him a little bit.
I do not know what is wrong.
I'm
Gabriel
gonna-
Williams.
You read
Drop
too much
him.
of the pamphlet.
Chris, thank you for joining this party, man. This is fucking back-to-back hit. God damn.
Whilst you're saying that, Mr. Paladin, Mr. Gabriel Paladin, you will notice me in the corner. I don't know if you notice me or not, but I will take some powdered pepperweed, put it on my wrist, and then snort that shit real hard.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm stepping in. Hey, Rip,
Whoa!
real quick, I need you to let me do one thing real quick, and I'm gonna lunge forward and cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Ah, shit! Rip, do you resist?
I do, because I think it'll be funny.
Contested,
you can roll
I
higher
don't
than
know, some kind of
Athletics.
check.
I'm doing athletics.
Yeah,
Okay,
athletics
I will
versus
also
Rip's
do athletics. I don't have the edge of acrobatics.
Sure.
I've got 19.
I got an 11.
Okay, yeah, you managed to pin Rip down and heal him of his exhaustion. Rip, for the first time in like 6 weeks, you felt like you've had a decent night's sleep.
I just immediately let go, kind of let him have his space.
Once you do that, my face becomes less wild, my eyes stop rolling, my face becomes almost slack. And whilst I'm not wearing glasses, you remember Eisen from Bleach?
Yeah.
I just do that whole transformation.
Yes, you
once.
sweep your hair back, you suddenly look cool. And Rip, as you do that, and finally your mind clears, you hear a splash as you turn and see several boxes of expensive coffee beans just float away down the river.
Shit. I say as I cast. Oh, I got Mage Hand. Like,
Mage Hand is not strong enough to lift these boxes. They are way above 20 pounds. They are
cast
gone.
Entangle on the river to create a dam, and I say to my dwarf helper, "You pick those boxes back."
What?
Fish them out
But
from
you
the
just,
river.
but you just said. I mean,
No.
yes,
That was
yeah,
before. This is now.
yes, boss. And she
And
will
I
go
will
and start
increase
retrieving.
and I will increase your wages by exactly 1 electrum piece.
But Electrum's not a real thing, sir.
It is in the big cities. Have you ever been to the big city? No, you
No.
haven't. Believe me.
Oh, she's just gonna go and start retrieving the boxes she just finished dumping in the river.
Benji, you were a slave. How do you feel about this?
They're slaves?
Oh,
They're
Right.
slaves?
right.
I treat her better than you do interns.
I don't have interns.
You should get some free labor.
What is going on?
That sounds like slavery. I'm not gonna lie.
I will turn to Rip. I'll be like, are they
They are.
slaves?
He's the wrong person to ask.
I have no idea how to approach the situation.
Several suited people pass by with badges saying FBI written across, and they all glare suspiciously at Rip as they pass. And then they go around a corner and vanish from the ether because they were not here.
Okay.
When they show up, I just flash the work contract I have just to explain that it's all fully legal. No try. She's in fact getting paid slightly above minimum wage.
Right, Mr. Winkle. Now that I have restored you to a level of functioning adult, hi, my name is Gabriel Whiteshield. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hello, Mr. Gabriel Whiteshield. And it is my pleasure to make yours. Thank you for your service to me. I shall not soon forget.
Listen. I'm here to help, but I'm going to look over towards Gertrude and then back towards Rip. What is going on? What was that?
Oh, I just due to issues with local wildlife, the local fauna in our woods and its danger, I have essentially been single-handedly controlling the black dragon population by myself for a couple of.
Oh, this is about the hag, isn't it?
I mean, if you already know what I think you might know, then
Confirm nor
possibly.
deny.
Look, I know that the hag probably makes deals with people in here. I'm assuming that you were caught up in one of them, and now it's having adverse side effects.
Well, my good sir, you can make assumptions that you like, but if it were the case that I had in fact found myself entangled with such a creature, such a being, then me discussing it with you could potentially lead to the breach of contract due to unforeseen circumstances in the contract that I did not quite read, due to the desperation of the circumstances in which it was potentially made, if such a contract does in fact exist. Ergo, I cannot, in fact, enunciate, elaborate, or wax poetically or purposely upon the subject matter in which you are referring, if such a subject matter does in fact exist.
Juice is gonna pop her head around Gabriel. Hag bullshit.
Again, I don't know. We turn to Gabriel. I don't know. So turn to Gertrude. Sorry, I don't know why he's running a coffee shop. He'd be a really good lawyer.
No, he wouldn't. I can tell you that for fact.
I know.
He fucking
See,
would not.
Blake knows that. Blake knows that. I can't-
Benji's gonna like fall over in dizziness at all the words that was just used.
Shit, Benji, no. Ugh.
He gets back up fine, but he's just like
Hmm.
unga
So-
bunga.
I realise that this probably isn't the best idea, considering your previous ramblings. But I think if we're in this village together, you and I, Mr. Rip Van Winkle, there's something that you should know.
Oh, and what might that be? My unusually shiny and sparkly and some would even say Austrian-looking friend.
Nick, I'm gonna have Solace jump onto my shoulder.
Okay, this dog-sized dragon jumped onto your shoulder.
It is a crystal dragon, so not black, but it looks like it's made out of white diamonds. As it sits on my shoulder as a mix between like a cat and a parrot. So I know you had a whole thing about dragons, but this one's okay. I promise.
Rip, you hear a voice in your head saying, "Hi, I'm Solace. I like to be friends with people."
Greetings, Solace. If you'd like to be my friend, please stay out of my head completely. Do not ever talk to me, do not be near me, do not even look at me, and we shall be the best of friends in the entire wide world.
Okay, and he will blink,
take
but
two
he
steps
doesn't.
back.
He doesn't blink properly. He blinks like left eye then right eye in sequence.
I feed Solace a piece of black dragon jerky.
Cannibalism.
Okay, I'm guessing that conversation that you two briefly had went well.
Yes, I'm not going to bother him. He's not going to bother me. We shall live our lives entirely separate from one another.
Perfect. Solace, you can go back to your cave now.
Bye. And he disappears. Well, he flies away.
I love that little guy. Oh, also, you haven't met Zephyr yet, have you?
If this is another dragon, I'd rather
It's
you
not.
to another.
It is in fact a horse. How does the horse look?
Okay. Brilliant white, sparkling in the sunlight, majestically galloping down the central corridor of this town.
The horse looks
It
you
also
dead in the eye.
speaks telepathically.
The horse
also
looks you
speaks
dead in the eye, Rip, and you hear in your head, "Nay, hello, friend. I am Zephyr. It is a pleasure to meet you."
Not sure how to react to a talking donkey.
I am
Okay.
not a donkey, you racist fuck. I am a horse.
I'm pretty sure I saw you hanging out with an ogre in the swamp. I'm pretty sure you're a donkey.
I kick him
Whilst
in
I was
the
in the woods
face.
those weeks, I remember seeing a talking donkey with an ogre.
Right, Blake, what's the attack roll that Zephyr can do?
Let me check. Zephyr is his own man, and I shall make no attempt to stop him in doing whatever he wishes. The attack roll is going to be a +10 to hit.
A +10.
+10, and then it's 1d8 plus 2 radiant damage on a hit.
Bitchin'. In that case, Rip, does a 25 hit you?
You'd think it would, wouldn't you?
Yes, because it would.
And even with shield,
It would.
you'd be right.
And
Yeah.
what was it? It was 1d8 plus.
2.
So you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. The horse kicks you in the face.
Zephyr!
Fuck you!
Zephyr, calm down. I am so sorry.
You're
Rip. He
not
doesn't
using the
usually do this.
application to see what's rubbing my cheek of being a fucking donkey. Donkeys do that shit. Oh, how much damage did I take? Sorry.
6. Do you
Six,
want
right.
some more? Fuck around and find out.
So, Rip, I am so sorry. Zephyr. Zephyr.
me a
I
donkey.
sent a very mild
Called you a
mind spike
donkey?
at Zephyr.
No, hey, Rip. Fuck, both of you stop.
Wait, would he be able to detect the mind spike?
Well, no, because the thing is, if you try and mind spike him, I can just do this, and I immediately dismiss him, and he vanishes into midair.
He disappears with a fuck you, and he's gone.
Right. I am sorry.
As friends.
That's the first time anyone hasn't gotten on with Zephyr. I am so sorry.
I'm doing great. I don't know what you're talking about. We had an open, honest conversation. I told him what I
Either way.
thought. You told me what he thought.
I'm going to hand you a
Okay,
sugar
sure.
cube. I'm going to hand you a sugar cube. Next time he comes about, give him one of these. He loves these.
All right. I secretly put hot sauce on it, so next time he comes,
Oh,
I'm gonna
fuck.
give it to him.
Yeah,
Man.
Gabriel's going to kill Rick. Gabriel's going to fucking execute him. Just on the spot. Fuck his oath. That's what matters.
Okay, make it a technical.
No, right. I mean, it's half past and the Connor's still not here. Should we just head to bed? and
We
go
are
on
going to
session?
head to bed, and if he's not here, he is not here.
So we can't really stall for any longer.
All right. You guys all head to bed. Who is keeping the mirror for the night?
Gertrude.
Yarp.
Gertrude. Excellent. Okay. As you head to bed, what exactly are you doing with the mirror? Are you just sort of chucking it in a corner somewhere, or what?
Put it in. I put it right at the foot of my bed, but then put a bed sheet over it.
Okay. Smart. No accidental looking into it.
Yep.
Oh, I can't lie. I was tempted to try and ask for it, but I know one way or another is going to learn. It'd end up with like a criminal mastermind walking out the door the next
I'm
day.
pretty sure Benji would turn into fucking like the leader of the SS if he ends up with that fucking mirror.
He's
I'm not
he is
fucking-
chaotic. No, sorry, he's lawful good. He would literally become chaotic evil.
He would be worse than Asmodeus. I'm not sure.
Wait, what happened to me if I took it?
You'd probably turn into a very straight-laced, well-intentioned man who is very bad at making money, but very good at making friends.
It's just,
Oh, fuck that. Oh, for the record, the reason why
friends.
being the even after the restoration is, whilst my body may be rested, I mean, I can't feel mental trauma doesn't go away that fast, so my actual behavior I feel makes sense in that context.
You're fine. Right, we're gonna
Is
skip to
Gabe-
the next morning. Take your long
Gabe-
rest.
is Gabriel just the direct opposite of Rip? Is that what that is?
Possibly?
I think because that what you described is Gabriel.
Shit, you're right.
Huh. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, no. So morning comes. You guys are refreshed. You're ready to go. It doesn't appear like the village is under attack at this current moment. That could change at any instance, really.
I'm gonna look wistfully at Dirge's top hat that's still on the edge of my bed and just, if only you were here, buddy.
Elsewhere, Dirge is currently like in a forest suplexing a bear.
Hell yeah.
All right. We will say you guys reconvene at the town square. Gertrude still has the mirror. Are you going straight up to the hag, or have you got anything else, any other NPCs you want to talk to first, like maybe Nigel or Alara, because they sort of sent you out there, or anything?
Might be good to talk to Nigel first. But also, this mirror is. I'm not going to say I don't trust Nigel, but actually, Alara. Oh, Alara would be. Ooh, Alara, yes. Let's go.
I feel like Alara's already looked into the mirror and has become what she is.
Yeah, that she did. That's kind
So
of
I don't want to give her the mirror and her look into it and then go back to being what she was.
I mean, Gertrude, you do have a bedsheet currently over it. That's, that's probably a good idea. We can just keep it there.
Okay.
So yeah, let's go. Should we go talk to Nigel and Lara then? Is everyone in agreement?
Yeah,
Benji, you do
yeah.
also get a say. You are no longer a slave.
Yeah, Benji likes to follow the group.
Benji's
Mob
good.
mentality.
I, as my honor as a paladin, I will never let Benji die. I swear to God.
A lightning bolt falls from the sky and strikes Benji in the head.
And I fucking use my channel divinity to instantly stop him from dying. Oh,
All right,
Boo-hoo.
you guys make your way over to. Well, actually, that's a question. Where do you go? Do you go to Alara's house or do you go to Nigel's?
are they not a unit? Are they not?
No,
are
because
they
they've
not
actually
kissing?
still got separate houses.
That's strange.
Well, it's not really. It's just the fact that they both own separate. I suppose if they ever get married, they'd own both houses, but you know,
I say we go to Nigel's. We probably have a better chance of finding Alara there. It's a better house.
it is a better house, except for the weed garden at the back.
That makes it even
So
better.
it's a better house.
No,
Yeah, it's a
Alara's
house.
got the weed garden.
Oh,
Alara was the town herbalist. You got to remember that.
Fucking so cool.
You know,
Um,
right. So you guys go to Nigel's house, and after a quick knock, the door is swung open to reveal Farron.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah.
Hi.
Nah, it's cool, you guys looking for Nigel?
Yeah, here we are.
No, that's fair. No, look, I was just heading out myself, but it's good to see you guys. And he like flashes you like a thumbs up, like one of the finger guns and a wink. And he'll walk past you, stretching his arms above his head as his toned abs reveal underneath his tunic.
Gabriel was blushing.
And you'll hear, please come in. It's good to hear from you. And the absolute
Gertrude,
like sex drain that is Nigel speaks.
Gabriel, not Gabriel. Gertrude, do you want to lead?
No.
Okay. Okay. Nigel. Pleasure to see you.
Wes, come in. It's just good to see you all. Gabriel, you look a little flushed. Are you okay? Are you under the weather?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Anyway, we went to the city and we came back.
Excellent. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes, we did.
And that would be?
We found what made Lara turn. We also found out what happened to her before you rescued her.
You did. Excellent.
Yes.
I will call for her, and I'm sure she'll be greatly interested to hear that.
Please do.
And he will pull out a sending stone from his desk and speak into it and be like, Alara, would you please swing by? The strike team, I suppose we should call them.
The team of friendship and happiness.
Yes, the team of friendship and happiness is here. And you get a quick affirmative. 5 minutes later, Alara will turn up and be like, darlings, you made it. What have you discovered?
So, quick bad news. I may or may not have threatened your previous flame with a brutal death.
Who?
Who? You don't remember?
I did tell you, I don't remember any of my time in the city. I arrived, and then the next thing I knew, I was waking up in Nigel's arms.
Oh, okay. Guys, are you okay if I give a quick rundown about what happened before as well?
Oh,
I'm assuming you-
Yes. But,
I'm assuming
be gentle about it.
Okay. Alara, I'm assuming you want to know, of course.
Of course. I would love to know exactly what happened to me.
So, you, as far as I'm aware, arrived into the city to do fiendish business involved with a notable artist by the name of Irel Cindermont.
Okay.
You and her had a flame of romance, shall we say, and somehow she discovered a mirror that you had on your person. This flame of romance, we'll say, did not end well, but you looked into the mirror that you possessed previously, and it reversed your fiendish nature, turning you into a morally upstanding citizen.
Oh. Interesting. Where did the mirror come from?
We don't know.
Are you sure?
I mean, out of character, we don't know.
Yes, you should. Yeah, it was told to you. Check the notes.
Information. So I remember fucking Gertrude lying about the mirror being fiendish. Mirror. Okay, attracts the mirror. So this mirror reflects worse and evil. It's now kept in the king's vault. I genuinely don't think that you told us.
Right at the bottom of your notes.
Archon. Laura charmed the king for the facts. Oh, so it was already arcane. Yes. Okay. So you were after the mirror originally, and you charmed the king into giving it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You were found, healed, looked after by Cindermont. You attempted to leave, but you were ambushed by the Archmage. You fought. He won. He got the mirror. But you made it into an alley, blacked out, and looked into the mirror before you left. Now you're good, but now the Archmage has the wizard that has the mirror. But then it was then seized by the priest, and but Gabriel was like going to have like smoke coming out of his ears.
He's trying to remember all of these facts that he definitely learned.
Yeah. But then the priest took it. And has it in there, but the Archmage still wanted it, but the Archmage also looked into the mirror, and now he was evil. Okay, regardless, you were a fiend, you were sent to try and get this mirror, you looked into it, and now you're good. You were nearly killed trying to escape, and now you're with him.
Oh.
I'm going to point to Nigel.
Well, that seems an awful lot less...
You may or may not have had a lesbian romance with one of the city's best artists.
Meh, that happens.
It really does.
Well, it's good to know, and I'm assuming under that cloth is the mirror in question.
Yes.
So what's your plan? Are you going to try and use it against the hag, like you said?
Yes.
And how do you see that going?
Well, we're going to try and have it... As far as I'm aware, the hag wants to be like she used to be. It's the fiendish influences from the heart that have corrupted her. So hopefully, with an honest and open dialogue, we can make her at least open to the idea of looking into it.
I don't think it was the heart that corrupted her, because bear in mind, I had the heart belonged to my master before I stole it from him. It most likely is the fact that she was one of the original night hags, one of the Fey beings that were so corrupt they were banished from the Fey realm, and she just regrets that happening. It might be a case of she wants the Fey realm back, but doesn't necessarily make her a good person. I do not know if she will accept the change willingly.
I'm going to look towards Gertrude and Rip.
Yeah, hags are shit people.
Yeah.
She was never good.
That's not in the question. The whole point is that we want to make her not shit the mirror, Rip.
I do not think that she would be willing to look into the mirror, but I do not know if you could convince her either.
We certainly can't make her.
But you can't tell.
You could, if you capture her and force her eyes into the mirror, you could.
Do any of us have the ability to do that?
I do not. Thus she could just flick her fingers or with a little wave and I will be under her bidding.
I mean, I can try, but I'm pretty sure Benji, good man, I'm going to fist bump Benji. Me and Benji together, like, even then, she could flick her fingers and turn us inside out.
I don't want that to happen.
Neither do I, mate. Neither do I.
I mean, Gertrude, give me a nature check with advantage.
Okay. With advantage.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Rip, you could also do this as well.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Nature check, you said?
With advantage, yes.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. 17's fine. Rip, you would know that an archhag is probably like around the same power level as an ancient black dragon. The only thing you've got to worry about is the fact that the Heart of Perdition enhances the power of fiends. So as long as she has that, she's probably stronger than an ancient black dragon.
I explained that to the guys. Oh, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we were able to beat an ancient black dragon, but we also had, Dirge with us at the time, and Roland, both of them, and they're currently doing their own thing. I don't fancy our odds without them. I mean, Benji, yours and Dirge's ability to work together as a frontline force is phenomenal, but individually, you're more than the sum of your parts together, if that makes sense.
Benji's still blushing at the sentence.
Also, not to mention the fact that facing this thing head on and trying to force her to is probably going to cause more damage to the town than it will be good. Currently, the hag is a threat, but she's not actively harming us.
Agreed.
But also, we only have this mirror for a limited time before it needs to go back to the priest.
I have an idea.
Oh shit.
Which I did.
Doesn't the you can make deals with the hag, can't you?
Yes, we can.
What if you make a deal where she has to look into the mirror?
Okay, but then what is she going to ask for in exchange?
Well, if she's going to be good, then maybe she won't finish the deal when she's done.
That is the best idea I have heard so far.
But it's also not really how hags work. I thought a deal is
No,
like...
consider it like this. The deal is binding, but she is able to break it at any time. Because it is her deal.
But what if she identifies the mirror before she looks into it and knows what it will do?
She's a clever lady. I think
I'm
honesty
trying not
might
to
be the
underestimate.
way.
I'm trying not to underestimate her. Ooh, this is tricky. I mean, I say, but then if we have an honest conversation with her, and then she decides not to, and then we leave and don't try. If she decides not to, either we fight her and almost definitely lose, or she then knows that we have a mirror that can do this. Which, considering what happened to the heart, it doesn't sit right with me.
I cannot think of anything that will truly remedy the situation. I think we have two options.
Nigel, what do you think?
We could ask the hag to look into the mirror and be honest about it and tell her what the mirror does and hope that in her kind heart she actually cares and is willing to make this change. Or force her to look.
I don't disagree. But outside of physical force, which I'm going to be honest, I really wish Dirge was here right now. I'm sorry, I'm looking through my spell list real quick. Yeah, no, there's nothing I can do. Nigel, you're wise.
Yes.
What would you have us do?
If I'm honest, I don't really know. The issue is I'm not very good at understanding magic. I'm a politician. I understand politics. Hags are dangerous and scary and powerful, and I wouldn't want to fight one. That's about as much advice as I can give you.
Spinning on the spot, I'm then going to look at Alara. Alara, what would you have us do?
Well, if you plan on confronting the hag, I would recommend the most important thing being getting the heart out of her possession first. Because any conflict with her while she wields it will almost certainly end in your defeat. Without it, I can see a world in which you can win. The four of you pretty quickly took out an ancient black dragon. Even without Dirge, I put your odds better than 50-50. But if she has the heart, you wouldn't stand a chance. She would rip you to pieces.
Do you have any idea on how the heart could be removed?
I could make another deal with her for it, but I fear what she would ask in return. If you succeeded and changed her, it wouldn't be so much of a problem, but if you failed, it could end poorly for everyone.
Turning back to the group. Honestly, I say we risk it.
There is a strong possibility if this ends in a fight, I will not be able to help.
I.
And neither will Rip.
Well, I took an oath that I would give my life to defend the lives of innocents.
She hasn't done anything currently to harm the life of innocents.
That's what makes this so difficult. That's what makes this so hard to do. But we also, once we lose this mirror, I doubt we're ever going to convince the priest to give it to us again.
No, we have truly been given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
And we can make things so much better. Could you imagine a being as powerful as that hag on our side? I need to think for a moment. Code for Blake needs to piss.
Okay.
Nick, can I talk to you in private chat
Most
for a minute?
certainly can.
Fantastic, because I have a thought.
We're all afraid. What's up? Hello.
So, I've been hunting dragons for a while in the woods.
Yes.
I would know where they typically rest, right? I'm probably good at that dragon at this point.
Yes, you know,
I mean-
and I think everyone knows actually that the lair of the black dragons is to the east, underneath a very tall bund.
And what kind of hoards do black dragons like to collect?
Black dragons, they don't really collect hordes the same way regular dragons do. Black dragons generally prefer to... They collect trophies of their conquests. Hang on, give me a sec. I will pull up exactly what they sort of collect.
Basically, the reason I'm asking is I want to know, will black dragons be willing to accept tribute?
Hard to... I would say of all the dragons, they are the least likely to do so because black dragons are sadistic by nature. They enjoy the suffering of others above everything else.
Yeah, because my plan was essentially like claim supplication and wanting to give tribute to black dragons, gather a huge pile of treasure, have the mirror on top of the treasure, because whoever's leading the black dragons, who's controlling so many of them in such a small area,
Yeah.
has to be truly powerful. Probably an ancient black dragon.
Yeah, no.
So have mirror on the halls.
The thing about the black dragons is they enjoy suffering and ruin beyond like anything else. They like other chromatic dragons want wealth and power, but these dragons just seek to inflict pain. Their hordes generally contain like tarnished symbols of hope and relics of fallen empires. The treasures that are not necessarily things that aren't valuable, but things that are valuable because of what they represent rather than what they do.
Enough.
Yeah.
Okay, my planning gonna work.
They are the evilest of dragons by far. But no. I appreciate the thought. They're wankers. They are the worst.
All right, thanks.
No sweat. Let's go back to the rest. And we're back.
Corrupted and turn evil.
What have we missed?
Right, but basically saying that Benji's idea is the best that we have. Making a deal to get her to look into the mirror is probably the safest way to go about this. The problem is that A, she can just say, I don't want to make the deal, which then we're fucked. Or B, even if she does look into the mirror, she's got the heart of perdition on her, which means if she turns good, she can just be corrupted again by the fucking immense amount of hell energy she's got wearing on her chest.
feel like I need to point out, you would know this because this has been explored many times. The heart has no negative effects on fiends, and just because her alignment would have shifted, she would still technically be a fiend, which means the heart wouldn't have its corruptive effect on her.
Fuck it, we're giving the deal idea a go then. Let's fucking.
Okay.
It's the best shot
If
that
you're
we've
going
got.
to do a deal, that's something she can't resist. And also, one thing, hags can't resist. Due to my high role, I want to ask you, Nick, if I'll know this. They enjoy destroying hope and taking innocence.
No.
Oh, I thought they did. Oh, no.
No. Hags enjoy power. They enjoy gaining power. That is generally how they roll. That if there was ever a deal that was purely like what's the word I'm looking for? Altruistic, and it gave them like power, they'd still do it. It doesn't matter that it doesn't hurt anyone. It would give them what they wanted, so they don't care. They're utilitarian at heart.
What would the chances then of being if we got every single person in town sign a contract, sign themselves over fully? Should the hag look into the mirror?
No, we're not. No, absolutely.
That would require a shitload of persuasion rolls, my guy.
It would also require killing Gabriel, because no fucking way. That is
No,
not-
I'll ask them to do up their free will. I'll hold a petition. I'll let them do up their free choice.
Also, if we hold that petition, then obviously the hag is going to fucking see it. And she's going to know that some spooky bullshit is happening.
Yeah, but I mean, the potential to get every single soul in town, I mean, would she stop it? I don't know.
She's power hungry. She is not a fucking idiot. She would know that if we're willing to sacrifice every single person in town, that there's an ulterior motive there, which is going to mean that we don't actually sacrifice anyone.
Especially if Gabriel was on board.
Real?
No, I mean, fully explain it. Like, she'll know, because Nick just said, even if some truly altruistic, she gains something from, as long as she's gained power from it, even if no one gets hurt, then she'll take the deal. So we'll put it out there in the open.
But
She knows
Gabriel-
exactly what we're doing.
Either way, Gabriel is not going to be willing to let you sign over every single soul in this town. He would rather fucking damn himself to hell for all eternity.
You talk to each person, explain to them the entire situation, explain why we want to do this, and then leave it up to them whether they choose to make that choice of their own free will.
Again, I still think we have a better shot of just saying one person, i.e., I mean, you two are already in deal, so it's either going to be Benji or Gabriel. And let's be real, it's going to be Gabriel. Just to
Insulting Benji's intelligence.
No, it's not insulting Benji's intelligence. It's saying Benji is too pure for this world, and Gabriel is not going to let anything happen to him.
I think the first answer's better.
Fucking, and just seeing what she wants in return, because we have no guarantee that she'll say yes. Again, she's devastatingly intelligent.
Exactly. That's the reason I'm saying put before her a prize that she can't resist. And then lie to her, just like be fully honest with a prize that she can't resist.
The praxis of that implies that she won't be able to resist it, and as far as we're concerned, she will, because we don't know. Like, if we let her set the terms, there's a better chance of it actually going through, because we don't know what her terms would be. Like, we can't like fucking try and maneuver this before it happens, because she's always going to be 2 steps ahead. She's
Exactly.
She's more if we try and fucking outmaneuver it by getting everyone on fucking
I'm not trying to outmaneuver her. As I said, I'm saying being.
Can you stop eating while you're talking,
Sorry,
Peter? Jesus,
And also,
being
man.
very good.
we also don't know how the heart is going to interact with the mirror. These are 2 insanely powerful magical artifacts
said that
that
we
have
did
never
know.
interacted before.
Nick said that we did know.
No. You know how the heart works. You don't know how it would interact with the mirror. Or even if
Again,
it would.
these are two legendarily powerful magical artifacts that do completely different things. We have no idea how they're going to interact. We have no idea what the hag wants, if she even would agree to all of that. And if we agree to put everyone's soul on the line and then she takes it, we don't know if that can go horribly, horribly wrong. The choice is here: either see if we can make one person potentially doomed to hell for all eternity, or fucking ruin this entire campaign's arc by damning everyone in the village to the servitude of a hag.
I mean, that wouldn't ruin anything for me. I can work with that.
Okay, we're talking in character.
Then don't mention
in-
character arts, Blake.
Have you never ever gambled? I'm saying it to Gabriel right now in character. Have you never gambled?
Gonna look in the distance or blue steel.
Sometimes
Opening
go
goal.
for the long odds. Sometimes your only chance.
I'm gonna hit the fucking ziz
hope you don't
pose,
get snake
fucking
eyes.
arms raised and flexing. That thing is morally corrupting. to manage.
Well, that was fun.
Yes. I'm not comfortable with letting everyone in the village, willfully or not, sign themselves over to this hag. Plus, we don't even know if everyone in the village knows that is an archhag.
That's what I say. We'll explain it to them.
No, I don't think people would be comfortable living next to an archhag if they knew.
Listen to me, all right? I won't lie to you. This is a gamble, a long shot, a risk, one that might not work. What's the alternative? You sit still, quiet, waiting for the end to come anyway? We let fear do the choosing for us. Fear of what might go wrong. But come on, we can do this, and I believe deep in my bones that a life built on courage, even foolish courage, can be worth more than anything else in this world. Yes, I know the odds are slim, but slim isn't none. And sometimes slimmest chance is the only door that leaves a future ajar. So I ask you, and I stretch my hand out to you, genuine looks on my face, like sheer empathy, like trying to tell you that I genuinely think this is our best possible shot. Will you gamble with me? Will you fight for the chance? Not a guarantee, but a chance that we can wake up tomorrow with sun on our faces and freedom in our lungs. We just have to roll those dice. Come on. The gods don't favor cowards, and history never remembers those who played it safe.
I'm going to look down at Rip's hand, sneer at it, not take it, and say, I will gamble, but I'm not going to gamble the lives of innocents. I will gamble my own safety, my own mind, anything to protect everyone else in this village. I will gamble, but I will not bet more than it is.
But is that choice truly yours? Without giving the village the option.
On my honor as a paladin. On my honor as a paladin, it is my choice.
What gives you the right to choose for this village? You're a complete newbie to it. You haven't been here. You haven't lived with these people. You haven't seen the struggles and trials that they've had. Let them have that choice. Let them decide. Who are you to make that choice for them?
Gabriel's eyes are going to twitch for like half a second before saying, Gertrude, please.
I mean, it's a tiebreaker.
You've been here longer than literally anybody.
Peter, let Gertrude weigh in.
Yeah. Because he is saying that I have given nothing to this village.
He's not what he's saying. That is not very much not what he's saying.
No, he's new coming, all of that shit. But Gabriel was going to interpret it as saying that, oh, what the fuck does Gabriel know? When Gabriel thinks that he knows a decent bit, enough to make this choice. Again, Blake, out of character, knows that isn't true. But fucking, we're going in character.
No, that's fair, that's fair.
I think that the hag has not caused any problems for us. And you may not like to hear it, but I believe she has actually done nothing wrong yet. And I do not believe her to be a threat.
The way I see it is that you and Rick, both are signed into things that you don't want. And I have a chance with this mirror to stop any future harm if I give myself completely to this gamble. I don't want to put anyone else on the line, but I'm willing to put myself.
What do you have that you would want?
That's for her to decide. That's the gamble.
Gertrude, I leave the choice in your hands. You're the tiebreaker.
Oh god.
Meanwhile, Benji's just having a great time.
Benji's fucking.
He came up with an idea.
Yeah.
Sahoots puts a wing around you, and like he's very proud of you.
The way that I see it, either we risk the fate of the village, or we risk the fate of myself. To me, that's an easy choice.
I think Benji's idea is the one that Gertrude's probably going to go for.
Yeah, Benji's like that's what we're debating. We're debating on how to
Yeah.
go about Benji's idea, whether or not
Like,
we agree.
Basically, the
to-
general here's the two
But-
ideas. Gabriel believes that he should go in trying to gamble his own soul on the idea that that will be enough to convince the hag to go through with the deal of looking in the mirror. Rip doesn't think a single soul will be enough. He thinks that it will require something truly mind-boggling to pull the hag into this deal. And thus, he wants to get as many people in the village as possible to agree so that the hag will be even more tempted to agree for it, which is more likely to succeed, but also more terrible if it goes wrong.
I'm gonna go with Gabriel's idea.
Okay, interesting. So that means that... Go
I
on.
hope for all our sakes that you're right.
I think that the best things that we can do is hope, and from what I've learned from observing every other person here, the lives of the many should outweigh the lives of the few.
I'm going
Sure.
to extend a hand to Rip and say, whatever happens, we take the steps forward as equals.
I just
haven't known
shake
you
my
long.
head and I look just down sad. I hope you're right. And I just walk away.
Oh, shit.
He's left hanging.
For the
Um,
record, out of character, I feel like both of you made excellent points, and I'm very
Yeah, no, it was
impressed.
great. I love this. Oh my god, this is so
And
fucking
while
cool.
I know Gabriel has heroic
right.
inspiration because he is a dude, Peter, I'd just give yourself a point of heroic inspiration.
Oh, nice. But do you know what this reminds me of?
Nope.
Remember when I played the actual lawful good, the only lawful good character I ever played, the druid, in regards to the whole dragon question, but like
Yes.
opposite sides now.
And then Blake was on the wrong side of that argument. He wanted to support the silver dragon that was going to take over the world.
I was. Let's hope this time is different.
Let's hope.
Let's go to the hag house then.
Okay.
The decision's been made.
You head to the hag's house. Eerily, Roland doesn't join up with you. You don't know where he is, you don't know what is going on, but for some reason he has not joined you, despite knowing how important this conversation is.
Okay. If the others wouldn't mind giving me a second to think, I'm gonna look to the others just as Gabriel's gonna sit in the distance, just kind of stroking his chin for half a second before going in. Code for Blake is gonna go get a drink.
Man, Blake is an alcoholic.
Hey, fucking! I save it for
Go ahead.
something.
Bro, I'm day drinking too. Don't worry, me and you together. I'm on my second KA remix.
That's
It's 6%
cute.
alcohol, rum.
I'm
was kinda weak.
on my 6th cider.
I love you so much, Peter. I cannot wait for the day that you join us back in regular sessions again. I miss you, dude.
Right.
Yeah, it's great. Honestly,
Anyway.
I should. Oh, sorry. I'll tell you when I'll be done.
Let's
Let's
talk for a second. Blake obviously going to take point in this conversation. What is everyone's plan? Are they going in with him or are they leaving him alone? And if they're leaving him alone, what are they doing in the meantime? Let's start with you, Rip.
Okay, I'm going to go behind Blake's back, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
what I was gonna do.
Oh shit! Okay, so just hang on. What are you both planning?
I was
Okay.
planning to do a petition.
So you're
basically,
And
yeah,
make
same
signatures.
thing.
and you're going to say,
And I was going
"Fuck."
to explain.
Go
I was going
on.
to explain the situation very clearly to everybody. No holding nothing back. No secrets. Just explain very clearly exactly what this is, and if they'll be willing to sign this all over. And it's a risk where if the hag does look in the mirror and she turns good, she'd probably free us all anyway. So
Is that what you were going to do?
It's not
Gertrude?
my chance.
I'm going to help.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with
in
the
that case,
team.
Benji, what the fuck are you doing, buddy?
He would want to go with Gabriel on this.
Oh shit, he's going to go in the hag's hut with Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel, are you going to allow that?
I ain't stopping shit. If he wants to come with, he's coming with.
Fair
He's
enough.
invited.
Okay, we're going to split the group in two. We're going to go with team petition first. Are you
Oh.
splitting up or are you going together? Splitting up will mean you can cover more ground quickly. Going together means you can assist each other in persuasion rolls to maybe increase your chance of success.
I think we're both pretty high in charisma. We could probably get away with doing it separately.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, we are going to go. Let me just pull up the map of the village real quick because I need to remind myself where everything is. There we go. Right. You're obviously going to be there, so that's Nigel's. Okay, so one of you is going to start off at Nigel's house, and one of you is going to start off at the guards' barracks. Who's doing what?
I'll start off at the guards' barracks. Also, for the record, I have spell suggestion. I'm not going to actually use it unless they say that.
I'm going to tell you now. You would know this, and Gertrude would know this. Any deals signed over like souls and any magical contracts basically have to be done completely of their own will. Enchantment effects like suggestion would not. Gift the gap is fine because gift the gap is affecting you, not them.
Okay.
But anything that directly affects them, anything that does charm effects, you that would invalidate the contract.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, in that case, we will start off with Rip. You find yourself in front of the 3 remaining members of the guard. There is not Gertrude. There. Sorry, I just got the image of Gertrude as part of the town guard, and it was terrifying. No, you have Bella, Darius, and Fiona, all standing, looking at you, questioning why you're here. What is your sales pitch?
I'm doing this right now. Listen, guys. This is it. It's final hour. There's no time to waste. I need you to gather as many people as you can right here, right now. I have something to say to as many people as we can. We don't have time. You have 10 minutes. Please gather everyone. I inject as much desperation in my voice as I possibly can.
Roll a persuasion check.
So I'm going to get this message out one time. Persuasion?
Persuasion.
Okay. 29.
Okay. Gertrude, you are basically at Nigel and Alara having in front of you. What are you saying?
I believe that we are going to have a problem in the village.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a rather dire one. Remember the lovely old lady that lives on the edge of the village?
We both know that she is a hag, yes. We've both made deals with her in the past, in fact. Alara twice.
Yes, me too. Well, we have come up with a plan for her to look into the mirror. And the current plan, it's a 2-part plan. Plan A and Plan B. Plan A is Gabriel going in and offering himself up to the hag. Option... Well, when that inevitably fails.
Right, yes, of course.
The other plan is to offer up the entire village to her.
What?
To see if she will look into the mirror.
That seems...
On the hope that when she does look into the mirror, she will void the contract because voila, she is suddenly good.
But, okay, have you actually used the mirror yet? Do you have any earthly idea how it even works? What if she looking into the mirror isn't enough? What if it requires an activation phrase? Do you know any of this?
Yes, of course we do.
Roll a deception check.
Do I have anything to boost this at all? I'm just looking.
I'm going to say, sorry, I was muted because I didn't want to interrupt. But if Alara was able to accidentally catch a glance, and the mage were both accidentally able to catch a glance, and it altered their lives irrevocably, then it doesn't require an activation phrase or anything.
Unless, of course, it was activated by one of the myriad of spells being cast in the active battle that was going on between them, which you do not know.
Oh, yes. During the fucking combat between the two, I'm going to waste a turn not casting Hold Monster and instead cast Activate Mirror.
You assume that it was cast, it was activated intentionally. Right, Gertrude, an 8. Nigel's going to raise an eyebrow and say, right, well, no, obviously. That seems like a terrible plan that is going to end poorly for everyone. And
the plan is already in progress.
Wonderful. Wait, what? And we're going to cut to Gabriel. You and Benji are ushered into the hag's house.
Hey, Benji, I remind you, the idea is just to get her agree to look into it. It doesn't have to be immediately. You know, we have time to think. I'm willing to sacrifice myself completely. I just need you to stand point in case she turns hostile. I've seen you in combat. You are one of the most proficient fighters I have ever seen.
Okay.
I'm glad to have you backing me up on this. Thank you.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. You will find the smiling face of Helga Nightshade. She, however, looks different than the last time you saw her. The first thing you notice is that she looks about 20 years younger. And resting prominently around her neck is the Heart of Perdition, as she smiles at you as you come in. Ah, Gabriel, Benji, it's so good to see you. Come in, come in.
You know why
Hello.
we're here.
I must admit, I have suspicions, but no is such a strong word. Why don't you fill me in?
I'm assuming Gabriel's taking point, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's the moment. If you want a button, feel free to. But
No,
I would.
I'm sort of more following you because like you're the one who's like it's your plan to give yourself up kind of thing.
There is an artifact that can restore you to how you were before you were banished from the Feywild. It is called the Mirror of Reversal. It can completely change your personality, flip it, as it were. Remove any impulses you have to harm anything of the sort. I have come to beg you to look into it voluntarily. Oh, also, I want to say, before I walked in, I would have sprayed the perfume of bewitching that I bought in the last session on myself.
Interesting. Remind me
So
what that does again?
Advantage on persuasion checks, bitch.
Okay.
Thank
you.
I also bought 2 of them last session, and I only used 1.
No, that's fair. That's fine. Can you guys give me 2 minutes? I want to make sure this goes through properly, so I want to reread some notes that I've got.
Okay. No worries, we'll give you a
talk amongst yourselves while I make absolutely certain I've got this correct.
So yeah,
No,
so
Benji.
this whole thing of wanting to gather everyone, so I can just have to like make a speech once for as many people. Gonna do the whole impassioned speech I gave you guys before, and see
I assume
how that works.
So I assume we're doing your impassioned speech after the whole fucking roleplay bit, you know, with me and the hag. Then
Yeah. Of course.
Also,
of course.
Peter, holy shit, you need to come to fucking Silent King. You haven't shown up to a single session, and I know that's not your fault, but I would love to have you in my game, dude. You're
I'm so sorry. Like I will tell you this right now. So essentially, with I will simultaneously have more but less stuff to do soon. So I will be able to attend sessions, but then at some point, due to the way it works and me trying to essentially gather evidence, so I'm looking through like all my old coursework and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There will be a point where I'll have to essentially do crunch, and I'm literally just going to be gone, not just from your game, but this game as well, for a bit. Because the deadline for me is to get everything done by December, which seems a long way away, but it's actually surprisingly short amount of time.
Quickly. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. Like fucking life just gets in the way. Grand scheme of things, D&D is not that important. But fucking hell,
I want to play so bad because I miss playing with you guys regularly, man. This is fun.
Even in the fucking one session that Gabriel and Riff have been together already, all of this thick roleplay that I've been in the span of maybe an hour. Holy shit, this is good. I love it. I love it to bits, man.
Yeah, like, I genuinely miss this, honestly. Like, honestly, the only other time I get to properly roleplay is live. That's on Monday and every other Thursday. And even though, I'll be honest with you, on the Monday sessions, there isn't that much opportunity for me to roleplay as much as I like, because I don't know, because we're playing in the Battletech setting, I don't know Battletech enough to feel super comfortable.
Okay, I have everything I need.
Sorry, Peter, we're back. I do, but yeah, we'll continue this after the game. Mwah.
Yeah, sure.
Right, Gabriel.
Yes.
I'm going to need you to take point and carry on with where you just were because I lost track of what was going on.
Yeah, point is, I have come to beg you to look into it.
And tell me, dearie, What exactly is this mirror?
Sorry, our character. I just explained it. It completely fits your personality.
Ah, right. So, my personality is perfect, dearie. I do not see a problem at all. You're asking me to look into a mirror that will change who I am. Why would I do such a thing?
Regain where you were, or if not, to make a deal with me.
If I were to regain what I was, as you so eloquently put it, what exactly would be the point if I wasn't who I am now? If I lost who I am and replaced by my opposite, what exactly would be left of me to enjoy what I desire?
What would be left to enjoy is whatever you can think to pull out of me now. I'm willing to make a deal.
Interesting, interesting. And what exactly are the terms of this deal? Are you willing to completely sell yourself to me in exchange for a boon?
You set the terms, and if I agree, we agree.
Very well. Let's say this. I agree to look at this mirror, and in exchange, you will grant me complete and unquestioned control of your soul.
Is that control of what happens after I perish, or whilst I still breathe?
Both.
But you look into this mirror.
I will look at the mirror, yes.
Once it is activated and fully ready to make the transition.
Yes. Do you agree?
Can I roll an insight?
You can.
$18.
Something's wrong. This is too easy. There is something you're missing.
Can I also roll an insight? Sorry,
Go
no,
for it.
Benji, let Benji go. Sorry, my bad.
Go on. Yeah, what were you saying, Josh? No, sorry, Chris. Sorry.
I'll nudge Gabriel. I'll be like,
Yeah, 22. Again, something's wrong. This is too easy. She's clearly seen some loophole you've missed.
I mean, I'm still gonna nudge and be like, this doesn't feel right.
Again, I'm going to say that I rolled insight in response to Benji nudging me.
Yeah.
Say, no, you're right. We've made a grave mistake. No deal. We'll reconvene with the others. We'll reconvene with the others.
Then why don't we speed things up a bit? And with a wave of her hand, Gertrude and Rip, the two of you, wherever you are, feel a pulling inside you. Like some part of you has a fishing hook in it that is tugging. And
Great,
you know
wonderful.
you are being called. Do you attempt to resist this summoning?
Attempt to stay long enough, because hopefully in this time I've gathered enough people that I can give them my pitch and say, we are running out of time. Please, please, please.
I'm going to say this, all right? It's probably been about 10 minutes since you guys did your initial pitch. In that time, Gertrude, you've been pretty unsuccessful convincing Nigel and Alara. I'm sorry, your role just wasn't good enough.
It's up to me.
Rip,
Bitch, I rolled
you've
it.
been able to convince the town guard to go and get a lot of people, like half the town, and you are ready to give your big spiel. You feel this tug. If you successfully resist it, you can give your pitch. If you fail, you don't. It's going to be a wisdom saving throw, and it's going to be very hard.
Okay.
Okay, so that's DC 25.
Shit. Once again, nat 20, that's not happening.
Well, that's what a very hard save is.
Well, Wait, can I cast protection of good and evil on myself to try and reduce the difficulty?
Unfortunately, no, because of the nature of the fact that you signed the contract. You can't act in direct opposition to the hag.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I can't cast a gesture on myself either.
Nope. So it comes down to one dice roll, buddy.
Okay. Whew! I am nervous.
I may be able to help after I see
Wait,
your
can you help?
That's a 17. So he's
Wait. Wait.
8 lower than he needs to be.
I saw it hit earlier. Where is it? I'm going to bend his luck.
Oh. And how do you do that? What ability is that?
Immediately after another creature you can see.
You
roll
can't
for a
see him.
D20.
You're on opposite sides of the village.
Oh fuck.
You're in Nigel's house and he's over by the barracks.
No, I thought you said that at this point I'd have gathered everyone. So you would come over for
No.
Because I failed.
Sorry, you're both talking at the same time. Rip, what did you say?
No, I was saying that because when I asked the guards to come gather, she was up talking to Gerald, right? So in that intervening time, would she have then ambled over so that she'd be in the same location as like the gathering crowd?
Two things. First, who the fuck is Gerald? And secondly, no, because
what's his name?
Nigel.
That-
And you basically gathered NPCs just because I didn't want to interrupt with Sonia's own thing. And Sonia, what were you saying?
I thought as my conversation failed pretty quickly, I would have just ambled back outside.
I'm going to say no because it's just too much for me to keep track of.
Okay, gonna burn my heroic inspiration.
Fair.
That just lets me re-roll, right?
Yeah. Let you re-roll.
Why can't you let me roll advantage or like some plus to something? Fuck.
You need to be a fighter, man. You need to be a
Fighters
fighter.
do that shit.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm a fighter.
Look, we know Benji is fucking like basically a demigod. We don't need to remind him.
Okay, shit.
Benji's
Okay.
3 feet tall and 3 feet long.
It's gonna roll. It's
And
gonna
he's
roll.
also
It's gonna roll. It's gonna
arguably
roll.
the most, if like undisputedly, the most powerful PC that we have.
Okay. Yeah, Rip, as you see the crowd you asked to be gathered appear, you feel a wrenching in your gut and you cannot resist it. And you immediately run off towards the hag's house, leaving the crowd behind. Gertrude, you
I
are the
scream
same.
off as I scream off sort of Doppler effect. I'm being sold by the hag. I have no choice in this, but seriously, I have something really important to tell you.
And you're gone. Unfortunately, you don't say any of that because that would imply the hag had some hold of you. And as in section, where is it? Pact Rip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pact 5. Section 5 of the pact. Both parties do agree to keep the existence and terms of this covenant in the strictest confidence, disclosing details only if absolutely necessary to fulfill the obligations herein. By announcing that you would be called by the hag, you are in fact violating that pact. So you don't say any of that. In fact, Gertrude and Rip, you are pulled to the hag's house and bundle him through the door pretty much simultaneously behind Gabriel and Benji.
Oh shit! Hi guys.
So, you wanted to go over your plans with them? Well, they're here now. Feel free to do it, dearie.
There's something that we've missed. Clearly, there's something that we've missed. There's nothing. This isn't. Shit!
What's happened? What did you do?
I offered myself, but she was too quick to accept. There was something that I didn't know. I don't know how to. I don't. Again, Gabriel was now just on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Anyone else feel free to butt in.
So I'm guessing the talk didn't go well then.
No, it didn't go well.
Well,
No,
it looked too easy.
It was something that we've missed. There's no
So
way.
she's agreed to look into the mirror with her own 2 eyes.
I mean, yes. I even specified that once it was ready and fully activated, but I don't.
Why
What's
would
this?
you do that? We don't know if the mirror's effect happened because it's fully activated or not. We don't know if that's just like incidental effect of the mirror.
No, I haven't agreed. There's no pact been made yet. It's been no. I'm still again. I'm going to look over to the hag, who I'm assuming is still smiling. at the
Yeah, she's
corner.
just sitting in a rocking chair. She's smiling.
Yeah.
She's knitting away. She looks about 40 now, rather than her usual 60. It's good.
There's something wrong here. I know that we're not strong enough to do anything against it, but there's something feels wrong, deeply wrong. Is this what I'm going to look to the others? Is this what she wants? For us to be in a constant state of confusion? To fight each other over the best way to remove her? Or to fix her in some aberrant way? I don't know how much of us planning is just her planning, but a step removed.
Sometimes you just got to take a
Unfortunately,
leap
dear
of faith.
friend, I do not know what to tell you.
Is this it then? Did we give up the mirror, lose our one chance to fix this wrong before it occurs, and deal with the consequences thereafter?
Sometimes you just gotta make a gamble. Sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith.
Rip, what would that be? What would I lose here?
Everything and nothing.
They made it sound so easy before I left. They made it sound like the simplest thing in the world. And yet, face to face with her, I don't know what anything means anymore.
She smiles and waves.
I wouldn't object to giving the mirror back. But just pretending like this never happened. Again, anyone else feel free to buy in.
I don't want to butt in because I know.
No, not you. Not you. Specifically not you. Guys,
What other choice do we have at this point?
I don't think we do.
Exactly. You have offered yourself up, and
No.
I think you must do it. I see no other way. Benji, do you have any more words of wisdom?
No, I think I used them all.
In that one suggestion, he had a.
I'm not going to offer myself up. If nothing else, then because there's clearly something that I've missed here. Something that I'm not intelligent enough to understand. The only thing I know is that if I make this deal and give myself up, then more will be hurt. The only thing I care about is having the state of mind relevant enough to stand with my shield held high. To be enough of a threat that if she, pointing to the old woman in the corner, ever attempts to harm innocents, then I can put up a fight. That's what I swore to do so long ago. And I'm not giving up on it now. Not because of her. I will not make the deal. And I will not make her look into the mirror.
And then what? We offer her nothing in exchange for nothing? We went all that way, bought the mirror back.
I offer her nothing except a promise that if she attempts to do anything sinister, that I will fight until my last dying breath. Even if it's futile, even if it means nothing, and she does inevitably kill or enslave all of us, I will die happy knowing that I fought until the last moment that I could. And maybe that's all my oath meant.
Oh, how I wish to see that day. Alas, Your destiny will not end with me, White Shield. I have seen where your destiny will bring you, and I look forward to experiencing it in real time.
We will experience it together.
I hope so. Still, if there is no deal to be made, be gone.
I'm going to look to the others. The mirror will be returned to the priest, might I add.
Okay.
I was saying that questioningly. Like, if anyone else had any other points, please add on.
Nothing comes to mind.
Do you know what? From now on, in the future, if any of y'all just want me to just start monologuing, just ask me, and I will. I have always got stuff ready.
Again, we will, but I very much, because I know we said that Gabriel's going to take point in this conversation, but I don't actively want that to happen.
Gabriel has nothing.
Yeah, Gabriel was like, yeah, okay, he's made his choice.
I've got the double issue of I'm trying to think of a solution, but I'm also trying to think of a solution that is realistic for Benji to come up with.
That's the fucking trouble, man.
I could sit here and try and get into a negotiation battle with Nick, but Benji can't get into a negotiation battle
So
with
what
Nick.
you're saying is Benji lacks the skills, and therefore he would do well to find someone who does have skills in negotiation and law and perhaps politics.
I am a trained negotiator.
Yeah, but you're kind of shit in the bed here, Gabriel. You're too
Yeah,
emotionally invested.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
You need someone who's less emotionally invested and just good at talking.
I don't know if you're referring to Gertrude or Rip, but it's
Neither,
one of the two.
in fact.
Is it Ronan?
No, he's terrible at talking. He's a druid.
It's sure as shit not Dirge.
No.
So who the fuck are you on about?
Couldn't say.
Oh my god, Nigel. Okay, I'm gonna Gabriel was gonna bolt upright and be like, "Our deal may yet stand." Wretch, I'm fucking talking to the hag.
That's very name calling is unbecoming of you, sir.
Deal may yet stand, hag. As I'm going to bolt to Nigel's house.
Nigel opens the door in a blue suit with spiked, slick back hair and a red tie.
Objection. Okay, Nigel, real quick. Catch you up on the situation. I have to sell my soul. In order to stop her. Hey, listen. Okay, I have to sell my soul to stop the hag from taking over the village, make her look into the mirror, flip her, make her good and all of that shit. She clearly knew something that I didn't. Come here with me real quick. You make the deal, and then I see if I agree or not. Let's go.
What? Okay, and he's just sort of drag. I'm assuming you just pick him up and carry him.
I'm strong enough to do that. Fucking.
Okay, the door is kicked open, and Gabriel appears with Nigel over his shoulder like a sack of flour.
While this has been going on, like while he's been doing this, Benji is going to panic, thinking that he needs to stall. He's going to go in front of the hag and try and do a Irish folk dance and get Sir Hootsalot to do it at the same time.
Roll me a performance check. Both you and Sir Hootsalot.
Somehow Sir Hootsalot has fit inside of the hag's fucking lair.
The door changes size depending on who comes in.
It's a Deus Ex Machina door.
No, it's just a magic fucking house.
Holy shit.
The house is teleported twice. What do you expect?
It's a big door.
1 second, I
believe in you. You got this.
This almost certainly won't end well. He's got.
I believe in you.
Performance. So Hootsalot also has a flat roll. Okay.
So I've connected the dots. I'm doing 4-dimensional chess.
That's a 7 for Benji.
It's a. Please roll high.
And a 17 for Sir Hootsalot.
Yes, excellent, wonderful. Okay, so Hootsalot breaks out in the most impeccable breakdancing Gertrude and Rip have ever seen. It is, quite frankly, breathtaking. Benji's doing the robot in the background, but you quickly just ignore him. Just by Sir Hootsalot's sheer display of majesty.
Oh my god.
I'll just be clapping along.
You can do
Sir
whatever you
Hoots-a-Lot.
want.
Yeah, I want to clap along to Sir Hoots-a-Lot.
And Rip.
You know, I join in. 'Cause fuck
Okay.
it.
And how's
There
the
is-
hag reacting to this?
She is bobbing her head along and smiling in enjoyment, enjoying the show. She clearly is so self-confident. She doesn't particularly care what Gabriel's doing. Whatever it is, it can't be important enough to warrant her worry.
Had a whole fucking heartfelt monologue and then went, wait a minute, busted out the building and it's been gone for about 2 minutes.
She rolls her eyes, you know, she's spinning the heart around one finger. She feels confident in herself. And then mid, like, a triple head spin, followed into a body roll kick step. The return of Gabriel and Nigel. Boosh! They were there.
Again, I've caught Gabriel up on the journey.
You mean
He knows
Nigel, but
what's
yes.
going on. Nigel, yeah, I've caught Nigel up on the journey.
Okay. You set him down. He straightens his tie. Right. In that case, please continue negotiation. I will keep my eye open for any strange wordplay or skillful deception.
Okay, so yes, I give myself to you fully in exchange of you looking into the mirror and it being activated and having the desired effect of flipping your personality.
Looking into the mirror and that is a lot more things you've added there, dearie. Flipping my personality. I agreed to look at the mirror when it was ready. And Nigel immediately clears his throat and says, "Objection! Looking at the mirror? You mean looking into the mirror? Looking at any part of the mirror was not part of what Gabriel here suggested." And she looks very put out and disgruntled that her wordplay was caught by someone.
Big up, Nigel, you fucking legend. Anyway,
He just
yes,
nods.
no. Thank you, Nigel. Looking into the mirror and it having the desired effect of flipping your personality. In exchange, I give you myself completely.
I will not agree to that because I have no control over the magical item. What if I were to look into it and nothing would happen? I would lose out on the deal. That through no fault of my own, mind you.
If you looked into it and nothing would happen, then you would not lose out on the deal because my time of the deal would still be intact. I would give you my soul completely.
No, because you said specifically that the personality had to be flipped, which implies my personality would be flipped. If I looked into the mirror and nothing occurred, my personality wouldn't be flipped, and therefore the deal would not be fulfilled, and I would not get your soul. And Nigel just sort of gives you a shrug and a nod, saying, "Is everything she's saying is correct?"
Okay, I feel like we've reached a dead end and are exactly where we left off.
May I make a suggestion?
Yes, Nigel.
If she is unwilling to look into the mirror and have her personality flipped as part of the terms, have her look into the mirror and not resist any magical effects that occur over her might be a way around that. Because then if the mirror fails by its own presumption, that would not in any way violate the contract on her part. It would also prevent her from resisting any magical effects that were pushed upon her.
Thank you, Nigel. I'm going to spin around on my heels, like cocky and confident, and say, you will look into the mirror, and not resist any magical effects that may occur.
And in exchange, I get your soul.
Yes.
You are asking me to essentially to risk everything I am for one soul. That is hardly tempting.
It is the soul of a white shield.
But if I were to, as you say, succumb to this
Sorry,
mirror, which
it is. I'm gonna say it's the soul of a white shield, and I'm gonna attempt to roll persuasion.
fair. No,
that's
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair. I should have
Yeah.
allowed you to roll that.
That's gonna be a 21.
Cool. This is very important, so I'm gonna have her roll something in resistance to it. All right, Blake. As a DM, would you have it be a charisma save or a wisdom save?
I would say charisma,
Charisma. Okay.
because wisdom is awareness of what's going on. Charisma is your strength of will.
In that
They're
case,
different things.
here we go. That is a 17. She will hum and say, I agree. And she will offer her hand to you.
Gabriel's going to like hyperventilate for half a second before just kind of closing his eyes and extending his hand forward and shaking it.
The moment your
Can I roll
hands...
another insight? Well,
Sorry, go on.
will I be able to roll another insight?
You
before
can
this?
roll another insight. At the moment their hands touch, Gabriel, you feel a tugging on your very being as something is sealed into place.
It's a 12.
A 12. You're just happy to be there, man.
Okay. So, the mirror must be activated, and we make the deal.
Very well. Activate the mirror.
Gonna look at anyone else. Gertrude, you have the mirror.
Gertrude's going to lift up the fucking bedsheet and look directly into the mirror. She's going to be the practice run.
You look into the mirror. You see yourself reflected back, but rather than yourself as you are, you see yourself, but opposite. Describe what your opposite looks like, Gertrude. No,
That's
please.
the
Thing? Because, like, Gertrude's becoming good, so does that mean she'd be good becoming bad?
Yes.
Yes.
So look,
Okay.
you probably see
So
like
Gertrude
a.
looks almost exactly the same, except she's a little bit happier and less depressed.
Yes, but she's also wringing
Also,
her
she
hands
really
in like
hates plants.
Oh
So
yeah,
there was a
ju-
bunch of
you
plants
see
on
you
fire
see a bunch of
behind
dead
her.
plants
No,
behind
but
the
they're
Gertrude.
just wilting behind her. And she's really into rocks now. There's
Oh,
loads of
yeah.
geodes everywhere.
Hell
Oh yeah, so that's what
Right.
you see when you look into the mirror. But other than that, nothing really happens.
I don't feel like I have the need to change. I don't feel any sort of
Nope.
different. I don't have this desire to be different.
Nope,
Just is as it always was.
it's just as it is, but you can see your opposite in the mirror.
I'm just gonna look away at Gabriel. And then I'm just gonna try and like motion like nothing happened. Huh?
Does to Gertrude, does it feel like the mirror worked?
Yeah, but not how we wanted it to.
That's
So
the best
no,
we've got.
Gertrude will say no.
Gertrude, what about this? What about the mirror didn't work? What? Please.
I do
Again,
not feel any different.
Can I roll an insight to see if whether that means the mirror works or not?
I mean,
Like
you
if
can
she's
roll. Yeah,
like-
you can roll an insight if you want.
Like again, she wouldn't feel any different because it's still her, but that is a 23.
She seems exactly the same as far as you can determine.
23?
Yeah, no, I mean nothing changed.
Fuck it.
Well,
I'm gonna-
I'm actually before of that. I'm gonna go up say, Mrs. Hag.
Please call me Miss Nightshade.
Miss Nightshade,
Yes, dearie.
do you know how the mirror works?
I could probably figure it out if you're willing to let me have a look at it.
Would you teach me how to use the mirror?
What would you give me in exchange, dearie?
I don't know.
How about your soul? If you just sign this bit of paper right here, and Nigel shaking his head and crossing his arms and just doing all of the no
Just-
gestures.
Way and I say, remember what we discussed earlier? That we do not sign anything with the nice old lady? We do not sign anything with the nice old lady.
Have we lost
I'm
Chris?
scared about Gabriel.
Gabriel will be fine.
It was already in the shit. There's no saving him now.
Mm,
Man, if only one of you knew the identify
Holy
spell.
shit, Roland busts through the door at the best possible moment.
I'm gonna turn to her and go.
What's going on? What's going
I
on?
forgot
Okay.
I'm not allowed to make
Can we,
deals
can
with
we
you.
say
All right.
can we say that Roland busts through the door
Time
the
out.
second before they shake
Time out. Time the fuck out.
Oh my God.
So, Connor, this is what you know as Roland. You got back from your trip to the city. It was agreed upon that you were going to take a nice nap, a nice long rest before you did anything with the hag. You then proceeded to go home to check on your plants, at which point you decided to indulge a little. You've just woken up from a weed-induced coma. It's about midday, and you have a terrible feeling in your heart that something awful is happening at the hag's house.
I rush over.
You sprint over there.
Can we say for roleplay that Roland busts through the door the second before the handshake is made?
No.
The deal was sealed.
No, we're going to say he appears when you guys are trying to figure out how the mirror works. Roland, you kick the front door in and step inside. Never fear, Roland is here.
Okay, so what's the situation?
Okay, we've got to agree. We got the hag to agree to look into the mirror, regardless of magical side effects that she will not resist, in exchange for Gabriel's soul.
Bad idea.
Yeah, really bad idea, but we didn't have many other options. So either we just don't do it and the mirror goes back and the hag is still a threat, or Gabriel makes this fucking choice, backed up by Nigel, big ups, fucking politician McGee.
Nigel's in the room as well.
Yeah, Nigel's solid. We trust him. Fucking fist bump. So as far as Gabriel's aware, he's made a relatively solid deal. So long as the mirror works. Also, Gertrude looked into the mirror.
And nothing really happened, apart from me seeing a better version of myself.
She thought nothing happened, but we don't know that yet because, again, she is as she always would be. But if the mirror works, then if she is, then she would have always been, if that makes sense. Like, it just fucking...
Even I'm confused by what you just said there, Gabriel.
So, again, you're not going to...
I understand him.
She's not going to notice if any change has been made because she's still herself. She's not going to notice her personality shifted because from her perspective, her continuity of existence still exists.
Fair.
But if something has changed, she's not going to notice it until she, she's never going to notice it, really. The same way Alara didn't notice it.
Except Alara totally did. Alara knew
afterwards.
that she used to work for a terrible fiend and was fine with that, and now is repulsed by it. She doesn't...
Way afterwards. We're talking in the moment where the fucking change is made.
I can't give anything away without spoiling stuff, so I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Gabriel's going to shake the hand and flip the mirror so the fucking hag can look into it.
Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to have Roland look at it and try and figure out how it works first? The guy who's... Roland's with the +5 to Arcana.
Roland's here. If he wants to fucking go for it, then that's his prerogative.
I barged into. I've seen this. I'm looking at this happening. I said, "You've just explained to me what's happened. We've said soul deals are a no-no. What are you doing?" And Grandmama.
Hello, dear.
Roland, I'm mid handshake in a minute. It's too late to go back.
So, dearie, are we ready to make the deal? Are you going to show me the mirror?
Could I see the mirror, please? I'm not going to be looking into it. Grandmama, do you know what the mirror does?
Oh, I could probably figure it out if you let me have a look. Would you like me to have a look?
Grandmama, I would have had this conversation with you earlier without them present, but I indulged a bit too much.
If you would like, I could arrange a private meeting between us.
It's more of a family meeting. I didn't want to involve a family conversation with. Well, hopefully will be a little bit more deeper.
I
didn't want to.
Sorry, Gabriel did stipulate that they wouldn't look into the mirror immediately. Like there's this space to negotiate here.
Yeah. Gertrude's going to look you at... sorry, not Gertrude. My apologies. Greta is going to look at you, Roland, and say, if you wish to speak to me, just grandson to great-great-great-great-grandmother, I will be happy to arrange that. Just say the word.
I would like to have a private conversation with you, Grandma.
Very well. If the rest of you would excuse us and wait outside...
Yeah, just wait for me a second, guys. I need to switch to my headset for my computer.
Sure.
Connor, how are you, by the way?
He's changing his headset. He can't hear you. He literally just said so, dude.
Yeah, I wanted to try and catch it before you put it on.
Too
I haven't
late.
seen him in a while.
Look, do you guys leave peacefully? Is generally the consensus question here.
Yes, but I want to bring the mirror with me.
That's fair.
Benji leaves sad.
Okay. Rip.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I'm just like rolling them dice. I mean, I don't have much of a choice.
And Blake. Blake's muted himself. Why has Blake muted himself? We're going to assume that Blake left with you.
I was pissing.
Who's Blake?
I
You
was
never had
pissing.
Blake.
I went with them, and I went with them peacefully.
Fair enough.
I've made the deal. It doesn't have to be like the whatever happens afterwards.
There was
It's
no
immediate.
time scale set on the deal.
No, there was. I said like it doesn't. I said specifically like it doesn't have to be like right away. Like, it's not immediate.
That's my point. Like, there is no time scale set on the deal. So
Oh,
you like
yeah, true.
from now until the rest of your life, you have to make her look in this mirror.
Yes.
And it's not until she does that your soul becomes hers. It's just an open-ended
Yes.
deal at this point, but you have agreed to it. So if she ever does look in that
Yes.
mirror, essentially your soul is forfeit.
Yep. We're on the
It sounded
same
like the
wavelength.
Treehouse of Horror with Homer and the donut.
Yeah,
It's not going to
kinda.
end well. It's really not going to end well.
It's probably fine. I wouldn't worry too much. What's the worst that could happen? Connor, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Let's. I don't know. Part of me wants to jump into private because obviously it's a private chat, but another part of me wants to.
Don't jump into private. Don't
No?
jump into private.
Okay.
I want to hear this shit. This is cool.
In that case, what you got to say, Roland?
Grandma, I would like. I love you dearly, and I wish nothing. I do not wish anything to change between us. But I am going to say frankly that, well, you're changing, and you will change. Or you think you will change if you look into the mirror, and I am worried what might happen once that happens, because I do not know if it will be a change for the better or worse.
Dearie, listen to me. All I have ever wanted, truly wanted, is to have everything that is under my control. Is that too much to ask?
If you're doing it in moderation.
I don't think moderation applies to this, but look, dearie, grandson, I do not want any harm to come to you, and I would be greatly aggrieved if something terrible were occur to you. It would be convenient for me if you would sign a deal with me, as it would give me greater control over you to protect you and keep you safe. But this deal is not that. I do not believe that there is really any place for you in this deal, unless you are willing to take Gabriel's place. So,
However,
unless you have something interesting to offer me, I do not see the purpose of this conversation.
The mirror will flip your values.
Gabriel was very upfront with that. It was quite interesting of him to straight up tell me what the mirror would do.
So, what do you think would happen to your love of me, the family line, everything, if it would be flipped?
I'm sure it would be terrible. I'm sure any love I felt of you would be replaced with hatred. But at the same time, I'm certain that any selfish nature I feel will be replaced with altruism. I am sure Gabriel has taken this into account. He seems like the sort of lad who overthinks things. Or maybe he's so dedicated in his goal of doing good it never even occurred to him.
The evil loves too.
Maybe that's
you're
a
not
conversation you should be having with him rather than me.
But I don't get these conversations with you, and this is very intimate, I would say.
Roland,
I've
I do care for you. I shouldn't, considering my nature, but I do. If you truly wish something from me, rather than tricking me with magical artifacts, perhaps just try asking.
that is. We wanted to sit away, and it was a. It was a fortuitous item, as well as, well, basically a devil to angel situation. We didn't know the true side of it and what it does until we got hold of it.
Would you tell me, as far as your knowledge, the full extent of this mirror's power? Precisely what you think it does?
I think it changes nature and also values. It will do a complete swap.
Interesting. Do you have any examples on who it has been used on in the past?
Alara?
Alara.
Mhm.
So we know for a fact that it does not switch biology, for she was a succubus before the mirror and appears to still be a succubus now. It did not change her gender, race, species. It only changed her alignment. Interesting.
I do not know what would happen to you if it would if you would gaze into it. And, well, we don't have these nice little charts to just pin where we are, so we have to do it the old-fashioned way of talking and, well,
Roland,
knowing ourselves.
for you, I am willing to make a special once-in-a-lifetime deal. I will use my arcane knowledge to determine every single thing about that mirror. And I will tell you what it does, how it works, how to use it, and how to control it. In exchange, you will give something to me.
And what would that something be?
A promise.
Go for your cherry, bro. Run.
Shut up. I will ask that if you ever find yourself in mortal danger, danger that will take your life, and there is no way for you to escape, that in that moment you will give yourself over to my service, so that I may then use that connection to save you and keep you in a place where you will never be harmed again.
It will send me to Grove, I'm most likely guessing.
I will keep you in a harmless demi-plane where nothing can ever touch you again.
You'll send me to Dad.
No, your father is dead, and I would not have you join him, for death is not a safe place. I will send you to somewhere else. Somewhere safer. Where as long as I survive, you will be unharmable.
Meta quickly. Nick, what
Yes?
was the grove I walked into then?
That grove is basically contains echoes of all the druids before you. It's not so much their souls as their memories. It's like the Avatar state. They're not really alive and there, but you have access to a way of talking to them. It's very similar, actually, to how Dirge's ancestors carry on.
Do I know this as Roland, or is this...
You do now. You didn't before.
So, I know it, Roland doesn't.
Roland has an inkling now. It's sort of been half explained to him.
So, the Grove is not a true resting place. It's a echo? I ask Grandma.
The Grove is a repository of knowledge, of experience, of memories. It is not a place that you go when you die. It is simply a place to assist the druids that still live.
I had no thought of where I would go after I die. I always thought I would be returned to the land my soul would carry on helping, where it inside the Grove. But if it's truly not there, then I do not know where everyone else went. I look in her in the eyes. I accept this deal.
Very well then. Bring me the mirror, and we shall see what I can uncover.
Very well.
All right.
In a very solemn mood, I go out and fetch the rest of the party.
Right, rest of the party. You guys have been outside for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and Roland comes outside.
My friends, I would like to invite you to my grandmother's home. And I look towards, what's your name, Sonia's character name again?
Gertrude.
Gertrude. I would like you to hand over the mirror to Grandma. Please.
Are you sure about this, Roland?
She is stuck on a deal on it. It is my deal.
Roland,
As I she is
Roland,
family. I trust her.
if she looks into the mirror at any point before it is fully ready, my soul is forfeit.
Oh, she knows this.
I know she knows this.
She knows this, but also she knows she won't do it without first assuring me.
Are you sure that's what she agreed to?
Not what she agreed to, what she implied. And she's family. She has promised.
Implication and agreement are very different, even in matters of blood. Again, I'm gambling everything here, Roland. Please.
I look over. Are we within the sight of the house?
You're literally outside the front door.
I look over to Grandmother. I look over to her. Please?
She nods.
Roland, I have promised to protect you to the ends of the earth. You alone are the one mortal that I will give everything to save.
What about Benji?
Benji's fucking
Well, he's
solid.
in the corner.
Benji's solid. Don't get me wrong. Benji's my guy. But
It
Roland
goes
has
without
made an
saying.
active deal to protect. There's a
Roland
difference.
looks in Gabriel's eye and says, "And if the worst shall come, we shall meet again."
I trust you. I trust him. Hands up.
Please, Grandmother.
I mean, it's Gertrude that has the mirror.
No, I look at Grandmother as I'm looking at this worry state, and please. You know my implication.
She nods
Please.
again. She has
Yep.
nodded at you twice at this point.
I
I know.
trust you, Roland. I trust you. Go
I
do
know
what you will.
I'm just trying to use that nodding to reassure Gabriel.
It's working. Don't you worry.
Yeah, and I nod over to Gertrude.
I'll hand it over.
Can I roll another insight on?
You can certainly try, my friend.
I'd like to try and judge her. I guess like a combination of her confidence and intention.
Okay, go for it. Please roll better than you did before, because before was pitiful.
It was also pitiful here.
Ah.
On the assumption that an 11's going to fail, I would...
Chris, I don't deal in success or failure with checks like this. I just deal in degrees of success. With an 11, I will say you get a feeling that she has no ill intent through the maneuver she is about to perform.
Fuck.
Carry on.
Okay, she will reach out and she will take the mirror and she will begin to examine it as fully and completely as a magical item can be examined. She will cast Identify on it, basically. Because
Yeah,
Level
you know,
1 spell, let's go.
that's how shit works.
And somehow, none of us know this level 1 spell.
I'm shocked as you are, Blake.
None of us played wizard, and none of us. And
Well,
this was
no,
so
one
long
of you
ago.
played a wizard, then he got bored.
We don't talk about wizards here. They don't exist.
Wizards are nerds.
I
Okay.
didn't
next
get
character-
bored.
okay,
There
wizards
was a
is-
character arc. Fuck, no.
All right.
No, stop.
My next character will be a wizard to spite you.
Fair. I respect it. I don't think. Have you ever played a wizard? No, that's a conversation for later. She will clear her throat and say, "This magical item was crafted by the hands of Celestials on the plane of Mount Celeste. It was designed as an item of redemption to turn the hearts of the wicked and the unjust into morally upstanding individuals deserving of the great paradise. It was stolen by a wizard long ago. A wizard who thought that all the powers of all the realms should belong to him. This wizard, by the name of Zerathar, sought godhood himself. But before he could achieve godhood, he was stopped by the deity known as Jurgle. And he was locked away. His power scattered across the world, hidden in ruins. One such ruin contained this mirror. 1 year ago, it was discovered. Discovered by the kingdom known as... where's the name?
Check these notes.
Shut up.
Again.
The kingdom of
I get it.
Eldoria. King Alden had it locked away in his vault, to be looked over by his archmage and no one else. But its power could not be hidden once it was removed from the ruins that a god placed it in. And as such, the archdevil Belphegor sent one of his agents to retrieve it, to use against the good and just, to turn them into creatures of sin. This agent, Alara, seduced and controlled the king, attempting to access the vaults with his permission. But the king's will was stronger than she expected. And once she had her hands on the mirror, he shook off her control. She fought and managed to slay him, but was injured in the process, and hid away in the home of a noble. Once she recovered, and she attempted to leave, but upon activating the Heart of Perdition to create the gate to return to the Nine Hells, the surge of magic drew the attention of the Archmage who was looking for her, and he moved to intercept. The battle between them was legendary, and as such, she was defeated, and the mirror activated. The resulting magical flash hit knockback wiped the memories of both individuals. The devil was found by one Nigel Hawthorne. The Archmage was found by the priest. The Higher Precipiter. And the mirror was taken into his custody. As to the rest, you know. As to its activation, upon looking into it, the phrase must be spoken. A activation phrase in Celestial written upon the mirror. Look into me, and you will become what you see.
But it isn't an instant activation. It's a trigger.
The passcode
looking
must
into
be
the mirror.
given, from what I understand.
So you may look into it at any time, and it will not change you unless you activate it.
Not necessarily you. If the passcode is spoken by any, those looking into it will be affected.
Do you know if the priest, the priest or archmage was affected by this mirror?
I know the Archmage was, as I said. The priest I do not believe was.
So he was affected. We assume so. He had apparently he had a major personality shift.
I will take your word for it. So,
Well,
now you know everything there is to know about this mirror. If you wish to have me look into it and activate it, then do so.
I would not mind you looking. Well, your deal with Gabriel, I'm guessing, is still in effect.
It is, but are you sure this is what you want, Roland?
We're under the assumption that if you looked into it, it would activate. But now we can't even see what would happen unless we see what would happen, even if you don't activate it, because he based the deal off of you looking into it, not what the result was after.
But there is no time limit on this deal. I could never look into this mirror, never take claim of Gabriel's soul, and never suffer the effects of looking into the mirror. The question is, do you think a good me is worth a good me that hates you?
Oh my god.
I think that for the price of a soul on a maybe, and the price of a loved one on a maybe, and the price this would have is just not too feasible. I would like to request, if this is within your power, your help in sealing this away into the grove.
That
Where
I can do. But
we may need it possibly in the future. And this is a way to hide it away in case we might. Well, until someone needs to gaze upon it.
Roland, I do not wish to have you as my enemy. And if I looked into this mirror, you would become so. So I am saying this to you now. If you wish me to look into this mirror, you will have to force me to do so, for I will not do so willingly.
Nick, do I have a steel box or something?
No, there is no way you have just that lying around. You'd have to talk to, like, I don't know, the blacksmith or something to have it forged.
I look over to her, grab a rag from my pocket, and put it over the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
This shall not see the light of day, but this is an incredible weapon, not to use against loved ones.
Sorry to interrupt. I've got to go now.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for the session, guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Okay,
Bye.
Rip
It-
gets a
it's
glazed look over and is mind controlled. Carry on.
It's an incredible useful tool if it serves its original purpose. So I think we shall see this away, like the gods have done previously, until it is needed. Possibly never again. Possibly, maybe. But I think hidden in a grove of a druid, it's so easy to forget things that nature buries.
If that is your decision, so be it. I do not believe that I should be involved in it. Take the mirror, be gone, until you've decided what to do with it. And then once you decide, do not second guess yourself, dearie. And with that, she'll wave a hand and all of you will find yourself outside the hut, which then flickers away and vanishes.
Roland, what happened?
We are sealing the mirror. Oh, I am sealing the mirror with a bit of help. I'm sorry, but you cannot go where I go.
We agreed to give it back to the priest. Are we not making the deal? I signed over my soul.
We are not making the deal. The only way the deal can commence is if she looks into the mirror. She has not.
Actually, Gabriel, according to the wording, there
Sorry,
was no...
who's
This is Nigel. This is Nigel.
Nigel.
According to the wording that you put forth and you shook on, until she looks in the mirror, your soul is your own. It's almost as though the deal never even happened, as long as she never looks into it and subjects herself to the magical effect.
But
your soul is fine.
No, my soul isn't the question here. We're going to have to give it back to the priest. If we can't seal it, and if I made that deal, I was willing to step forward, then we've just wasted the one opportunity that we had. Am I alone in this? Thinking that we could have made something better? I'm gonna look around the group, just like arms spread.
Better for who?
Better for the village, if nothing else.
Nothing will change if she looked into the mirror. She said her alignment would change, not her nature.
And that's it. If she ever does, and the mirror isn't activated, I mean, Roland, you must know more than anyone else that her abilities far extend anything we could comprehend. And if she ever sneaks a glance, then everything that I've wagered is forfeit.
I look into your eyes and say, that is why she shall not. We have one person for the mirror to look into the mirror.
By the way, Blake, sorry, I feel like you might have forgotten something. You promised to either return it to the priest or destroy it.
No, I promised to return it to the mage or destroy it. But since then, fucking Gabriel has re-looked at his oath and realized that freedom and flexibility, i.e., being willing to just discard whatever in order to protect more people, is more relevant. So he's willing to return it to the priest or destroy it or whatever. He doesn't want to, but he's willing to, if that makes sense.
Okay, I understand.
Again, flexibility.
Though I want to point out, if your deal to the mage takes superstition, destroying it is out of the question.
My deal. I never made a deal with the priest, like flatly.
Destroying it because you were having an easy fit.
Yeah, exactly. Destroying it was never in the question. It was just return it to the mage. But since then, Gabriel has reflected upon what his oath was, i.e., freedom and flexibility being at the top, meaning that strict rules cause innocent men to die, never be that strict, all of that shit. So he's willing to go along with whatever. It's not going to violate his oath because it's built into his oath.
Gabriel, I would like to request your help. I would like in memorizing a translation on mirror.
It needn't be done. I memorized it the second I saw it. Gaze into me, and I will reflect what you will become.
I'll memorize that myself, but we must have the Archmage look into it. He was affected. He
With
looked
him
in.
back.
He gazed into it.
I mean, we have agreed to both return it to the Archmage and the priest. They're both going to be coming here to
It's-
receive what is theirs.
It shall not be going with either.
Funny you should say that. So, as you guys stand where the hag's house used to be, a warp appears in the space-time continuum. And appearing before you is a very familiar figure. The form of the Archmage of the entire human kingdom.
Seeing him, this is the guy, right?
This is one of the dudes that you guys promised to return the mirror to. This is the one that was affected by the mirror, to your knowledge, and became a chaotic, evil nutjob.
Hell yeah, we're about to fucking throw down. Let's go.
Are you alone?
I have come for the mirror. You promised to give it to me,
Gaze into
but then you left.
I look into his eyes and say, gaze into it. Gaze into it as I flip open and repeat in Celestial.
He is going to the moment you pull away the cloth, he's going to close his eyes because he knows how the mirror works.
And now you shall be blind.
Possibly.
Until you open your eyes and gaze into this mirror. You shall stand there, blind.
I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Yay!
Oh no, if it isn't the consequences of
Our own actions. Exactly.
Fuck, you two have been quiet for so long. I'm so sorry.
Just
That's a
watching the
16.
drama unfold.
That's a 16.
16. Okay.
Mine's a 19.
I got 4.
4.
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
I'm annoyed they made Lucky's disadvantage worse. I could just impose disadvantage on it, but it's only gets attack rolls.
Okay, what'd you get instead, Roland?
I got an 18.
An 18, not bad. Okay. So, he got the highest. Then it is Gertrude. Then it is Roland. Then it is Blake, who is named Gabriel. Then it is Nigel. And then it is Benji. And unfortunately, Rip disappears along with the Hag's Hut for unexplained reasons.
I haven't needed Rip because he can impose disadvantage with silvery barbs.
Unfortunately, yeah, well, I mean, you know, I don't think you guys quite understand how terrible a fucking pact Peter agreed to. He was so tired when I ambushed him with it. Right, in that case, we will start with the Archmage. Yes, he will go first. And he is going to start off by unleashing a cone of cold to hit all of you, including Sir Hoots-a-Lot. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from every single one of you.
Everyone who is within 10 feet of me gets a +5.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be fine with me. That's going to be... Oh, I'm going to lucky... I should have luckied that.
You can only lucky in to give you advantage. You can't do lucky in retrospect. So unfortunately, we are taking what you rolled.
I know. I keep forgetting the new rules. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But
you got an 11.
You
Not
only
11.
learn. You only learn from punishment, and 11 is not enough. 24 is though.
1 second.
I mean,
just
yeah,
check his
because
other-
fucking.
Yep.
Because Gabriel's that guy. You know,
Mm.
he's the fucking. He's.
I think this is fair. Me standing in front of him and be mouthing off to him, right? But
Yeah, and it
Right,
ends.
right.
It ends very poorly for you.
I'm gonna keep muting myself and not mute myself because my stepdad just handed me popcorn, so I'm gonna, keep on munching on that.
Right, for me. 23 for me.
That's a pass.
Is that with your +5?
28 for me.
That's definitely a pass.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. So they ain't right.
Because I rolled a 1 and I do not want to keep it.
So what are you
I
gonna?
just want to check if this applies to me or to somebody else. That ain't gonna make me pass. Balls. Oh fuck, it's another creature on the other one. Yep, no, that happens.
Okay, so for those of you who succeeded, which would be pretty much everyone except for oh shit, I forgot to roll for Gabriel. There's not Gabriel, Nigel, in fact. Ooh.
So Gabriel and Benji both succeed.
Right, so Gabriel and Benji, you both take 26 points of cold damage.
Fucking nothing, brother.
Gertrude, Roland, wait, what does Hootsalot roll?
He failed.
So Hootsalot and Nigel all take 53 points of cold damage, and Nigel dies.
dead.
Dead,
Wait,
dead.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to make a choice between Gabriel, not Gabriel, Sir Hootsalot and Nigel. I'm gonna roll. Gabriel's gonna choose Nigel. I apologize, Benji, as I use my channel divinity to say Nigel to use refuse the void on Nigel. He regains 14 HP and is not.
Well,
not
he's
dead.
back to his max hit points of 4.
Okay. He's alive either way. I refuse the void on him. As he stays alive.
Cool. Well, he
That
is.
is very good. He needs to get out of here first.
So does Sir Hootsalot die? Is
That kills that.
Sir Hootsalot
that
is
kills him.
is killed, dead.
Holy shit.
You,
I'm sorry,
Benji,
I'm
you
sorry.
watch your owl, your longtime friend and companion, get turned into an ice sculpture. At which point, the Archmage is going to Misty Step away.
You can only miss line of sight.
Pardon?
Missy Step is line of sight.
I know. He's going to Misty Step just 60 feet away to get some range on you guys.
Missy Step 60 feet.
It is.
30 feet. It's 30 feet.
Oh, it is 30 feet. Sorry, he's going to Misty Step 30 feet, and then he's going to use his
Sure.
regular walking speed to move another 30 feet and be 60 feet away. Fuck you guys.
There we go. That's more like it.
And with that, that will be the end of his turn. Meaning, Gertrude, it is your turn.
Oh, Gertrude's mad. Gertrude's so mad.
You just watched the Hootsalot die.
Yep. Yeah, no. It's just the one Archmage, right?
It's just him.
He's gonna have some bullshit.
He's a chaotic evil archmage.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
He's basically a demon. Oh my god, he's a high-ranking demon.
Is Cone of Cold
Work.
considered an attack?
No, it's a spell. It's not an attack action. Because it's not a hit, it's a saving throw.
Shouldn't I have been affected by that cone of cold? 'Cause
You
I
should
only
have.
rolled a 6.
Yeah, you should have taken 53 damage.
Oh, yeah.
Whose turn is it?
It's Sonia's. She's working on it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to find a spell that I can cast on him that he won't fucking resist. Which
There is
difficult.
no spell that you can cast that he cannot resist.
He has counter spell as well, so
I know.
Wait, is it counterspell new? They get rid of counterspell? Or
No, counterspell's still a thing.
Okay. I'm so glad we're gone waste spell slot from counterspell.
I'm going to cast Hex on him.
Okay. Is that a save of any kind, or is that just a thing that occurs?
It just happens.
Okay.
Place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal extra 1d6 necrotic damage.
He's just going to allow that. He doesn't see that as worth the counterspell.
Cool. I was hoping that would
How
happen.
does he know all this if he's not looking at us?
Because he knows magic. He can recognize a hex spell for its verbal and somatic components.
And I'm going to
If he
Eldritch
away,
Blast
I'll-
him.
Eldritch Blast. Interesting. Make your attack roll against him then.
There's 3 of them. So
There is.
24.
24 hits.
7 from the first one.
Pardon?
And
Oh, seven
from the
seven
first
damage.
one,
Cool.
plus 3 from the Hex.
Okay.
The second one is 20.
20 hits.
10 from the Blast. 1 from the Hex.
Okay.
And the last one. 13.
13 misses. Or bashes against his mage armor and bounces off.
That is all I'll do.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it is going to be Roland. Your turn.
Going to cast Hold Person on him.
He is going to. What's the magic? Sorry. What's the DC on that?
This is a DC 18.
Of which variety? Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Does a 17 succeed?
Nope, fail.
In that case, he is going to counterspell it.
He can counterspell after a failed save.
I think so. Don't see a reason why he shouldn't.
Counterspell is different in the current rules, boy.
Creature makes a constitution failed save. Dissipates with no effect. Yeah, no. There's nothing saying he can't. So make a Constitution saving throw, Roland.
I have advantage of those because of
No, because if he
Forecaster.
fails when he casts a spell, the saving throw is immediate, and if he immediately fails the saving throw, then he can't counterspell. That's
You
Is that not-
Creatures casting a spell. Each makes Constitution saving throw failed save. The spell dissipates with no effect, and use bonus action or reaction used to cast it is wasted. Spells. I mean, it doesn't
wrong?
say on a success or failure or anything. It just says in the process of casting a spell. Technically,
that process means
I thought counterspell was completely reworked so that it doesn't work with the whole fucking counterspell chain that's been working at the minute.
well,
That's my understanding.
no, it
If
was
I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
I tell you what. Hang on. No, looking at this, it says you attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. I would argue that the process
already
of
cast a
casting,
spell.
if the save happens, you're right. No. You are correct. He would need to counterspell first, and if he fails, then he would make the save afterwards. I got it backwards. So regardless, he is going to use the counterspell, but if he fails, it means he's failed already. But in future, I will keep that in mind. So
Okay.
please make a
Okay.
Constitution saving throw for the counterspell.
I advantage Forecaster, and it's plus 5, right, from Gabriel.
You do have a +5.
Okay, and that'll be a 17 plus 5, which is 22.
Okay, so he is locked in place by the effects of your hold person.
No, they changed to Wardcaster again. I'm sorry, but it was still 16 from the first roll, according to this.
16.
Either way, 16 plus 1, 17 plus 5, 23. That's fine.
Yeah.
Wardcaster is now completely reactionary to
It doesn't
concentration
matter.
spells.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's fine. It's
Yep.
fine. You're good. You are cool.
Yep.
But
Alright.
let's go. Anything else on your turn, Roland?
I'm going to call out. Open his. We need to make him look into the mirror as a run up 30 feet using 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
Um,
If that's the end of your turn, who's Gabriel?
I use a bonus action to teleport. Actually, no. I use it my bonus action, Hidden Pass, to move 60 feet in front in front of him.
Okay. So you are right next to him. Gabriel, you're up.
Is it a free action to just say? Does he have to actually look?
Talking is
His
a free
eyes are
action.
open now.
No. His eyes are still closed.
Okay.
Okay.
So we need to someone. Okay. I call over to someone, open his eyes, and it's gonna to force his eyes open. I'm guessing it'll be
Yes.
in action.
It'd be some kind of check. Gabriel.
Okay. Can I attempt to force him in place and open his eyes as part of the same
Well,
action?
he's already held in place, so he's being held in place is sort of already happening. Opening his eyes.
Okay.
I'm going to have be. Thing is, he's paralyzed, so there's very fuck all he can do. So I'm going to say you can do it with a grapple check with advantage.
Thing is, like, my thought is it's going to be when is Gertrude? Is Gertrude already active?
Gertrude went
already
first. She went before any of you fuckers.
Lovely. Gertrude still has the mirror, right?
No, Roland
No, I
has
have
the
the
mirror.
mirror.
Roland has the mirror.
I'm in front of him right now.
Yeah, but you haven't used your action to
okay.
activate it because you use your action to hold
No.
person instead.
Yeah.
My problem is that wait, is it a free action to say words?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, as a free action in Celestial,
Mhm.
I'm going to say, gaze into me, and I will reflect what you will become.
Cool. The
No,
mirror
he needs to look
shines
into the mirror.
brightly.
And then, as an
No.
action, I'm going to attempt to open his eyes.
Make an athletics check with advantage
That's
against
going to be
this
either
wizard's
a
athletics.
24 or okay, it's going to be a 24.
Cool. That will be against his 12. So you rip open his eyes and twist his head to look into the mirror. I'm going to assume that you avert your eyes while you're doing so.
Of course I do.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
No, good. Yeah.
A
No one else has
surge
got
of
anything to know
power.
about this wizard.
A surge of power ripples through the area. Roland, you feel the mirror grow warm in your hand. Then it grows hot. Then it goes really fucking hot. I only need a Constitution saving throw to keep hold of it.
That's 5.
Okay. Come on. That'll be a 19.
19. You keep hold of it and take 4 points of fire damage.
You're fine.
Okay, done.
And as that occurs, the wizard looks into the mirror for the duration. Then the light dissipates, the heat fades away. He is still held by your magic.
I've also got to make a quick con save due to.
Oh yes, of course you do. DC 10.
DC 10.
DC 10 plus 5.
I succeed.
With advantage, yeah.
So that-
There's
so
no
that's
way you
wait.
fail. There's no way you fail. But basically, yeah, you yeah. I mean, the magic effect fades. He is still held with the hold person. Gabriel, you still have him by the face. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
I would like to wait. Are we out of combat now?
Not until you release hold person.
I'm going for everyone to get up here and then go and release it.
Okay.
It's
well,
only 60 feet.
Gabriel, it's the end of your turn. Nigel is going to run the fuck away. Benji, you just seen all this shit happen. Do you still stab the guy?
How far away am I from?
About
from
60
him?
feet. And he's just killed your owl.
Stuff. I mean, all I can do is. Yeah, I mean, I can't even. I've got 25 feet movement. A sprint. That's all I can do on an action.
Do you sprint with
Which gives me
murderous
10 feet away.
intent? Because he did kill your owl.
Oh, you're damn right, but that's all I can do.
Fair enough. In that case, at the top of the initiative order, it is the wizard. He is going to attempt to break free of hold person. I don't fancy his chances, if I'm honest, but we'll give it a go. Does it's a wisdom save, right? Does an 18 succeed?
He speaks.
Yep, so he breaks free of the enchantment, slumps to his knees and gasps, and looks at you and says, "What have I done?" And we're going to exit initiative unless any of you wants to continue punching him.
Nope,
I am, however, I don't know if you remember, I still have a diamond worth 300 gold pieces from the fight with the Loxodons.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to immediately dive as quickly as I can towards Sir Hoots-a-Lot.
Yep, and cast Revivify, yeah?
And cast Revivify.
Woo! His wings expand open as the as the ice sculpture that was Sahutsalot shatters, and he appears fully formed and very nearly dead, but still alive. Benji,
Now you've given me something to think about.
your friend is alive.
Hmm.
I'm going to cover up the mirror again quickly, just so I say that happens.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make this. I'm just in the spirit of D&D. I'm gonna make this a dice roll.
Okay.
Let's just say even Benji is mad. Odd, he gets over it. Oh, why is my fucking thing ripped? There we go.
Rip.
We might see an angry Benji.
I was hoping to.
He got over it. He rolled an odd.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I was looking forward to Angry Benji.
But that's only because Sir Hootsalot's been brought back. Otherwise, there was no roll. I wasn't rolling for that.
Gabriel, why'd you ruin everyone's fun by bringing back the damn bird?
It's a bird to you.
You know, he's now panting, trying to figure out what's going on. He's asked what he's done. Who takes point?
Well, I've gone straight to Sir Hootsalot. Fuck whatever else is going on.
I will cast Speak with Animals on Benji.
Oh,
So
so
he can talk to Sir Hootsalot.
Okay, if we're talking about taking point with the mage, I mean, one of us has a fucking 20 in charisma and is a paladin.
Actually,
so-
what I am actually no, sorry. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna. Is Roland still next to him? Right next to him?
yes.
I am going to step on to Roland, and I am going to make one attack on him.
You're attacking Roland?
No, not Roland. The other guy. The
Oh,
guy
you're attacking the
with
wizard.
flying. Yeah.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I'm using Roland as a mount.
Oh shit, fair.
Wait, what's happened here? Where's... Oh, sorry, I need to re-equip my lance from before. There we go. I'm assuming this guy is a medium.
He is.
Standard attack. 15.
15 misses as you bounce off of his mage armor.
I'll throw the second because 3 attacks per action. 28.
Hits.
I will re-roll that. 13.
Okay.
As in like 13 damage.
Yeah, I got ya. No.
And okay, for the sake of it, I'll put an unwavering mark on him. And I will throw the third attack.
You'll
fucking
forgo
hell,
the
15.
15 misses.
Okay, that's him done. He'll step off and
All right.
so a lot.
All right, for case in reference, you guys do the mirror thing. He breaks out of the thing. He asks what the hell happens, and then Benji just jumps on top of Roland's shoulders and stabs him once in the face.
Please! It's over.
I'll say he screams as he does this.
Benji! It's over. We're done.
What have I done?
I don't know. But you're fine now. We've saved you.
He looks over at the world around him, at the blast of arcane damage, at the injuries you guys have sustained, and he is going to take a breath and cast Wish, and say, "I wish this had never happened."
Oh my god.
And
Oh
all
my
of
god,
you,
that's a fucking wish and a half.
all of you suddenly have any injuries you received in the fight undone, any spell slots you used in the fight undone, and he is going to...
Sorry, pause.
Go on.
Do I get my diamond back?
Yes.
Yes!
And he is going to flicker and vanish from where you were looking at him.
Okay, cool.
As he is no longer there, but you guys are still standing with the mirror, but any damage you dealt were undone.
Quick question.
Yes.
Now, the wording of his wish, does that mean it was like he never looked into the mirror?
Yes.
Does that
So he's
mean
evil
he's
again.
back to being evil?
No, he was
No,
good to begin with. The mirror made him evil. So looking in the mirror made... So by wishing that he never looked in the mirror in the first place, he was always good.
Wait, does that remove all of the fucking quests that we had? Because if that quest was to exist, then he never would have looked in the mirror in the first place.
Who knows?
Like
We have
everything
to-
about us going to a fucking.
What about
Would we,
Lara?
would we
Couldn't
remember
say.
it? Because we wouldn't remember it if we.
Oh, would you remember it?
Roland's going.
Like
I'm
going to the
go-
capital,
down
all of that
to
bullshit.
Lara.
Fucking. Yeah.
I'm going to say you remember it all. You remember going to the city and looking into that, because whether or not he looked in the mirror, all of the rest of it would have stayed the same. Whether or not he was affected by the mirror, to say, he would have still ended up with the mirror in his possession. Alara would have still been affected by it. And therefore, all like the gala and the king's death and all of that would have been unchanged.
Would
The
still
only
happen.
thing
Yeah.
that changed is that he was never affected by the mirror in the first place.
Okay. I'm sorry. Blake is kind of drunk, so he's trying to understand.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I feel like that makes sense. I'm going to require Josh. Big up, Josh. You know, I know you're still listening.
Big man Josh, he's going to figure it out
Big
for
man
you.
Josh. He's going to figure it out. But yeah, no, cool. I'm happy with this. He's gone.
No, yeah. He is no longer a threat, but he is still alive and may or may not still be able to cast Wish, depending on the dice roll that I made off screen.
Who cares? What matters now is getting this thing back to the priest.
If you even want to do that, you could just break the damn thing and you would still be filling your pact. He said,
I am
bring it back to him or break
looking
it.
into my grove.
Roland, it's
I'm
up to you.
talking with our metalsmith, getting a steel lockbox with no key, welding it shut, and locking it into my ancestor's grove.
Bitching.
Roland, if there is no key, they will simply go through the wall. There is nothing we can do to stop someone who wants this from getting to it.
Yes, but that's our point. If there is no key, they must break the box, which is a high chance of breaking this mirror. So either which means they got to be careful, or they got to know how to open it. So I'm going to talk with Tink and making this a trick box. You have to solve the puzzle to open it, and it doesn't matter if someone wants it. They don't know we have it. Only 3 people, not including us, know where it is.
Does that include your great-great-great-grandmother?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
She does not want to change.
But she now has an open opportunity to claim my soul, potentially at no detriment
is
to
why
herself.
That is why she does not know. That's why she did not want to be a part of where it is hidden. She does not want the temptation or the opportunity to look into it.
Do you trust her not to find out?
Yes. Because she is family.
Ohana means family.
A bald man in the distance goes, family, and then disappears.
Family. Roland, you must understand, I have sworn my life to protect you. And I am going to put every ounce that I can into trusting you in this moment. Because for me, everything is on the line based on your judgment and your judgment alone.
And if I am wrong, we will probably never find out.
If you're wrong, I won't have a choice in stopping it.
That is the choice of deals, especially open-ended ones.
Thumbs up. Blake's not going to interrupt.
You had a choice. I had a choice. These are the consequences of our actions. And hopefully,
Thumbs up. Sorry.
they are
Okay.
not bad ones.
So, thumbs up. Blake's not going to interrupt. That was fucking perfect.
With that, we're going to move on. The
Okay.
fact of the matter is, you guys have decided that you are not going to use the mirror on the hag. For whatever reason, it doesn't really matter. Roland, you want to have it locked away inside your grove. Is anyone going to try and stop him from doing that?
Nope.
I see no reason to.
Benji?
I'm going to commission the help of Tink. And do we have a
you have a blacksmith
in the village?
You have a blacksmith.
Yes, I'm going to commission the help of Tink and a blacksmith.
Are you sure about Tink? Are you sure it's a wise decision?
No. This Tink is. I'm requesting a trick box with specific dimensions.
And you don't tell her why. Fair enough.
Yeah, with a certain gap big enough for something to fit in, and a way to open and close it without destroying the contents.
Okay.
And then once I get that, I'm going to ask the blacksmith for basically a steel lockbox with to put this wooden construct into.
Okay. Fair enough. Sorry, Benji, you said something.
Yeah, no, I said I'll leave it.
Okay, cool. In that case, all of that occurs. You go to Tink and you give her the dimensions, and she quickly makes you a cool lockbox that requires a DC 20 intelligence check to succeed in opening, unless you know the combination. Then you go to Lyra Steelcutter, the blacksmith of the village, and she makes you a steel lockbox to put in this puzzle box inside. Neither charge you because they see that, well, in thanks of Tink, it's just a cool project that she might be interested in making. And Lyra sees how important this is. And as such, you now have the steel lockbox with the puzzle box inside with the mirror inside that. Like a Russian nesting.
Now that once that has happened, I'm going to use every magical means I have of hiding myself to not be tracked, because I know I trust people.
You trust no one.
I trust no one with this, and then go into the grove, past the echoes, past the ancestors, deep into the grove, and I'm going to seal it.
Okay.
Is there any way to make or find a ritual I have to
I mean, you're going to use your druid's druid grove spell to essentially do this, but I want you to.
For me to help? Is there any way for me to help?
Not if he wants to keep it a secret from you.
Does he want to keep the secret from me? Because I'm willing to fucking go with him every inch of the journey on this. I trust him completely.
This is a kind of thing where I need permission from my ancestors because this is the grove heart. This isn't just part of my greater grove. This is basically where all my ancestors reside.
Gabriel is going to back off before you make that step into the fucking forest then.
The secrets of the forest must be guarded. Outsiders have been kept ignorant of its true power and mysteries unless they prove themselves worthy. Betrayal of the forest secret is met with severe punishment. Tenet 5 of the laws of the forest.
Yep, you have proved yourself mightily worthy. What do I know of my tenants?
You know the tenants of the forest. I've sent them to you in the past. You should have them.
I know I have the tenants, but would by the wording of the tenants, would I, and the risk Gabriel has taken?
Are you asking if you think Gabriel is worthy?
Yes.
That is entirely entirely up to you to decide. You are the guardian of the forest. You are the one who enforces the laws. You're the one who decides who's worthy.
I'm going to ask. Is there any way I can bind Gabriel to his word? Or
you can ask him. He's a paladin. He sort of kind of has to go by his word.
But he's also a paladin who has, again, in the last hour, just broken his word against the Archmage. I want to specify that.
This is an in character sort of deal, Connor. I can't decide it. It's between you and Blake.
Gabriel, in all honesty, what would you be able to do to seal this? Can we seal it? I just want your insights. Because if they do not bear, I'm sorry, but I cannot take you.
In terms of magic, nothing. In terms of my words, in terms of whatever I can devote to sealing this away, I will give my blood to ensuring that whatever this is, it never sees the light of day again. I've made
Then I
oaths and pacts and deals before, all of which mean nothing. But this is something different. And in terms of what you have given me, the life you have restored into my body by your very magic and your soul, it's a debt that I could never repay. But I can begin by honoring this.
Roland walks over to you, put his hands on your shoulders, and says, "I believe you, but I am sorry." He chuckles at this statement, but this is not a faith sealing. This is a magical sealing, hopefully.
I am going to pull Roland into a bear hug and just kind of hold him for half a second whilst he carries on talking.
This sealing, I would bring you there, but unless you can provide a service, especially to do this. But I am this forest protector. You are worthy enough to visit. You're worthy enough to see. But not worthy enough to visit. If you understand what I mean.
Gabriel is going to take a step away, wipe a tear from his eyes, and go, "I understand. You do what you've got to do, my friend.
This forest shall forever be your home. But you do not go into your benefactor's private bedroom while they are gone, do you not?"
I understand, Roland, my friend. Thank you.
You are welcome, and I trust you. But now I must get to work, and I shall not see you for the next few days. Because I will speak. Yeah, as Roland canonically will rest up in his home, having a couple supplies, and is going to spend the next few days
making sure no one can find this damn mirror.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for him, who will, because when he dies, unless he follows what his grandmother does, as you know, even when that happens, his echo will remain and his knowledge will be there.
It will indeed.
So that means only basically Roland forevermore shall know the secret of this mirror. Until everyone dies.
Theoretically. Okay, so
theoretically.
This is what happens then. Roland, you go and you hide the mirror in a place where only you can ever retrieve it. You guys basically now have access to this mirror only if Roland lets you.
Real.
The hag, obviously, has this open-ended deal with Gabriel, but it hasn't been fulfilled as this such, and it might never be. That is fine. That is just something that might occur, might not. What is the general plan going forward? If you guys obviously you guys are probably going to take several days to rest, to catch up, to figure your shit out, but you do still have an ancient black dragon to deal with.
No, it's not. It's not an ancient black dragon, is it? It's
as far as you know, it's an ancient black dragon. Shut the fuck up.
We all saw it transform. It's clearly whatever it is, something a lot more intimidating now.
It's now a slightly bigger ancient black dragon. Shut up.
Slightly? It's 4 times the fucking size!
Yeah, it might be that. Shut up. You also have another ancient black dragon who is in hell with a terrifying devil that at least one person in the village has a history with. And yeah, those are your future. What is your general idea, so I know what to plan for next session?
I want to say possibly the dragon, because that is maybe one-on-one combat, severely at risk and everything. But the hell thing, that seems more like army and protracted.
No, Roland, Connor even. I'm going to be 100% real. We have a better chance of fighting through the armies of hell than we do fighting what that black dragon has become. Out of character, divorced from the campaign, that is beyond us at this point.
Okay, so armies of hell is, again,
Yeah, real. Because goddamn, I'm gonna just fucking separate a fucking what is it? A great worm? Is that
Great
what it's
worm.
called?
It is
the
called a
yeah,
great worm.
Yeah, no, that's not something we're gonna be able to fight at level fucking 14. We have a better chance against the army of hells.
Any
No,
any
okay.
objections from Gertrude or Benji? Any additional markers? Anything you want to say?
All I
Dude's
have
gonna head to Tink to get her to make Sir Hoots-a-Lot some armor.
literally what I was gonna say. Literally what I was gonna say.
Over the
Hey,
next
but I
few
mean,
days, words. Tink makes Sahoots-a-Lot a set of armor that will be essentially light armor for Sahoots-a-Lot. So figure that out yourself, Chris, what his armor value
increases
will
AC
be.
by 2.
Studded leather armor, essentially, for
I'm not.
Sahoots-a-Lot.
So well, that's the thing. I wouldn't be looking for anything that boosts his AC because that's irrelevant. Because I take any attack.
Why
for
didn't
him.
you take the cone of cold for him then, bitch? No, I
Because
know
it's-
why. I know
because
why it
it's not
wasn't
an
an
attack.
attack. Yeah,
You
I know
dumbass.
exactly why. But I mean, you asked for armor. That's the best I can do. But it will also have the magical effect because of Gertrude and Roland's efforts last session that he will now basically permanently have the speak with animals effect on him, so anyone can talk to him and he will speak back like a person in a language they understand.
I forgot about that. Big ups. Let's go.
I remember everything.
Hell yeah. Also, to pause for half a second before we move on.
Well, I am gonna.
Holy shit. To engineer a situation which